The Johnson Wax Program with Fibber, McGee, and Molly. The makers of Johnson's Wax products for home and industry present Fibber, McGee, and Molly, aided and abetted by Bill Thompson, Gail Gordon, Arthur Q. Bryan, B. Benaderet, and yours truly, Harlow Wilcox. The writing is by Don Quinn and Phil Leslie, with music by the King's Men and Billy Mills Orchestra. In the recent nationwide popularity poll among 1,091 radio editors conducted by Radio Daily, the award for the most popular commercial radio program went to Fibber, McGee, and Molly. The makers of Johnson's Wax and all of us are very proud of this honor, and we particularly like that word commercial. Because during the many years Fibber, McGee, and Molly have been on the air, we've done our best to play fair with the radio audience in our advertising. We've tried to make no extravagant claims, limiting our statements to provable facts, which the users of Johnson's Wax products could easily demonstrate to themselves. We're proud and happy that both the entertainment we offer and the product we sell have received such warm approval in your homes. When Mrs. Molly Driscoll McGee of 79 Wistful Vista gives a card party, it's not one of your catch-as-catch-can, throw-your-coat-in-the-corner-and-deal affairs. It's a matter of flowers on the mantel, candy on the table, and shoes on the husband. And here, getting ready for the occasion, we find Fibber, McGee, and Molly.
Oh, my goodness, McGee, I haven't given a party for so long I'm as nervous as a cow in the deer hunting season.
Calm down now, baby, calm down. Everything's under control, I think. In a thing like this, there's only one thing you got to worry about.
What's that?
If it's table stakes and you're running low, buy your new stack before the deal. Because when you got plenty of chips...
What are you talking about? We're not using chips.
What do you mean we're not using chips? How can you play poker without chips? If you use matches and 4 people at the table are smoking, you always end up...
Yeah, but we're not playing poker. We're playing bridge.
You're kidding, aren't you?
I am not. If I wanted a poker party, I'd rent the back room of Joe's Tavern.
Oh.
This is a bridge party for ladies and gentlemen, of whom, fortunately, we know just about enough for 2 tables.
Oh, but bridge, my gosh, what a dull game. I don't even believe I even remember enough about it to play it even.
Well, it's quite simple, dearie.
Huh?
All you do is wait till your partner says 2 clubs.
Uh-huh.
And then you say 7 no trump.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 days later, they find your body floating down the river. And do you know who's coming?
Who?
Miss Cordelia Blakewell Butler herself.
No, you mean...
Miss Cordelia Blakewell Butler, society editor of the Wistful Vista Gazette.
Well, my word.
And believe me, dear lad, getting Cordelia to come to your party is like getting the royal family to high tea at Duffy's Tavern.
Well, gee, that's great, but I still think poker'd be a much better game.
Oh, I wonder who that is. It's a little early for the guests to arrive. Come in. Oh, Mrs. Carstairs. Do come in, Mrs. Carstairs.
Thank you, my dear. Good day, Mr. McGee.
Hi, Carsty. I understand you're one of the unfortunate victims selected for our little slaughter tonight. Better bring your checkbook and a fright wig.
Please don't worry about me, Mr. McGee.
Oh.
Here, Mrs. McGee, is the sandwich tray you wanted to borrow.
Oh, thank you so much, Millicent. You know, himself here wanted to play poker tonight instead of bridge. But what with the society editor of the Gazette...
What? Cordelia Blakewell Butler? Oh, my dear, I congratulate you. She almost never attends social functions except in the most exclusive circles.
Well, I'll spike her root beer and she can run around in one of her own. Hey, I'll cut the deck with you, high man, for 50 cents.
Oh, very well, Mr. McGee. Oh, and my dear, if there's anything more I can do to help out with your party, I'll be only too happy to... King of Hearts, Mr. McGee, to assist.
Dad rat at the 4 diamonds. I owe you 50 cents. Let's do it again.
Thank you, Millicent, but I think everything is under control now.
If Marie, my upstairs maid, can help you with serving, Queen of Spades, Mr. McGee, I'm sure she'll be glad to come over.
Gone at the 5 of clubs. I owe you $1. Cut him again, kiddo.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Carstairs, but I don't think my guests will be spending much time upstairs.
Oh, well, with Marie, you can't tell, my dear. Since we've had her, my husband even runs upstairs to check the furnace. Ace of diamonds, Mr. McGee.
Well, I'll be 6 of hearts, and I owe you $1.50. Once more. Double or nothing, Millie.
Now, don't hesitate to call me if I can do anything, my dear. And please tell Miss Butler that I spell my name with an S. Carstairs. Tray of spades, Mr. McGee.
Now I got you. No, I haven't either. Deuce of diamonds. You gotta go, Carsty.
Yes, I have a hair appointment. Good day, my dear.
And thank you for the sandwich tray, Millicent.
Here's your $3, Lucky.
Lucky, Mr. McGee? I think you will find all your opponents have the same sort of luck until you learn to shuffle the deck so that the cards can't be read like 24-sheet posters. Good day.
Why, that old sharpshooter. She took advantage of my clumsiness. That's what she took advantage of my. Well.
Stop pouting, Pigeon. You brought it on yourself.
Gee whiz.
Well, now, let me see. I think maybe another bowl of peanuts on the side table there and a couple of more ashtrays on the...
Come in.
Hello there, kids.
Oh, hello there, Mr. Oldtimer.
Happened to be in the drugstore, daughter, and Kramer says you'd ordered some ice cream, and I told him I'd skip over here with it. Here you are, both kinds.
We only ordered one kind, old-timer.
Well, keep the kind you want, kids. I'll take the other one back.
What 2 kinds did Mr. Kramer send?
Tutti and fruity.
Huh?
If you want the fruity, I'll return the tutti, or if you want the tutti, I'll take back the fruity.
Never. We'll keep both of them. Hey, tell me something.
Certainly, Johnny. Tell you anything you want to know, except are there more monkeys' uncles than there are monkeys? That's one of the great mysteries.
No. You know, I think what he really wants to know, Mr. Oldtimer, is just what is your real name?
Yeah. Old-timer's not only pretty corny, it's clumsy.
Well, kids, I kind of hoped it would never come to this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why don't you just call me number 28 or Danny K or Hey You or something?
Why, you ashamed of your name?
Well, no, not exactly, daughter, but just never seemed to fit me somehow.
Oh.
Confidentially, my name is Rupert.
Rupert? My God.
Rupert.
Yep, Rupert Blasingame.
Oh.
And I'll give you $5 apiece to forget it.
You don't have to do that, Rupe. As a matter of fact, I kind of like it.
Very aristocratic, Mr. Blasingame.
Personally, kids, I like what they called me in the CBs better.
What was that, if it's fit for my wife's ears?
Oh, yes. In the CBs, I was known as serial number 748567982-J. Little hard to use in a conversation, but it's... Hey, what time is it?
Oh, it's about 1:30.
Gee willikers, I gotta get going, kids. I gotta be at the tattoo parlor in 10 minutes.
You mean you're getting tattooed?
Nope, getting untattooed, daughter. Some of my artwork has got to be toned down a little for a civilian life. There's a hula dancer on my left shoulder that don't know it yet, but by tomorrow morning she's going to be a pilgrim father. Come on.
Billy Mills in the orchestra, and aren't you glad you're you?
Molly, I don't know why you had to ask the society editor of the Gazette over here tonight. That spoils
Well,
everything.
now, dearie, it won't hurt any of us to use our manners for one evening.
Oh, well, shucks.
Personally, I'm rather going to enjoy a party here that doesn't wind up with people squirting seltzer water at each other. Say, McGee, oh, dear, and I haven't even had time to dress yet. Come in. Hello, Dr. Gamble. Aren't you a little early? Party isn't for 2 hours yet.
I know, but I thought you might need some extra score pads, Molly.
Hi, Doc.
Hiya, Fibber. Happen to have some lying around, thought I'd bring them over.
Oh, thank you, Doctor.
Everything going smoothly, Molly?
Yes, I think everything's under control, Doctor.
Hi, Doc.
Hi.
Did I, Doctor, did I tell you that Cordelia Blakewell Butler is coming?
Great Scott, you mean the society editor of the Gazette?
Yes. Do you know her personally, Doctor?
Yes, I do. Though professionally it'd be a more accurate term, as I first met her due to a rather painful injury.
What'd she do, Capsule Happy? Get run down by a typewriter carriage?
Well, it's a matter of public record, so I guess I can tell you.
Hi, Doc.
On one of the rare occasions... Hi. On one of the rare occasions when she went out socially, coming home late at night, she got her heel caught in a streetcar track.
Oh, how terrible. Was she badly hurt?
Oh, not a bit. But I had to treat him for a torn ligament. He tried to get her to pay my bill.
Who tried to get her to...
The chap that was with her. The heel that caught in the car track.
But what does Miss Butler look like, Doctor?
Well, I'd say she was about 5'4", brown hair, with incipient alopecia areata due to a childhood attack of typhoid, blue eyes, inclined to acute myopia, an almost undetectable congenital malformation of the phalanges, third digit of the dexter-pedal extremity, an unobtrusive papilloma on the left inferior maxillary, and a bit underweight, due, I think, to hypothyroidism. Really a very attractive woman.
Yeah. She sounds like a powers model who's lost most of her powers.
McGee, I was merely being accurate.
Oh.
Beauty, to me, is a matter of circulation, muscle tone, and a willingness to pay my fee at the end of the month.
Well, I'd still like to know more about Miss Butler, Doctor. Is she very ritzy?
Do I have to take off my cloak and spread it on the floor so she can cross a spilled drink?
If you'd get something in the house besides root beer, Blue Nose, people wouldn't spill their drinks, they'd drink them. See you shortly.
Heavenly days, I hope nobody ever asks Dr. Gamble what I look like.
If they do, just tell them what he looks like. That'd be about as dirty a revenge as you could get.
Well, now, this isn't getting ready for the party, McGee. And I want everything to go perfectly tonight. I want my friends to know I can host to something larger than a chili con carne fracas after a 40-cent movie.
You'll do okay, Snooky. You'll do okay. When this jamboree hits the society page, Eli Culbertson is going to wonder why we're snubbing him.
Well, I do hope everything...
Hello, folks. Well, here's the card table you wanted to borrow, Molly.
Thank you very much, Mr. Wilcox.
Yeah, much obliged, Junior. It's going to be a shame to win your paycheck away from you on your own card table.
Well, that's life, pal.
Yeah.
Hey, look, could you spare a man a glass of water?
All right, do better than that, Junie. Come on out in the kitchen. Give you a little sample of what we're going to give the guests tonight.
Yeah?
I picked up a case of genuine pre-war root beer.
No.
The kind with sugar in it.
What?
Cost me $3.25. Want a wee Doc and Doris?
You keep Doc. Just give me a little Doris. Remember, I've got to drive home.
Well, here's the opener, McGee.
Thanks.
Oh, I'll hate that sound till we can get a new set of tires.
Drink hearty, Junior.
Righto. Ah, say, that's the real stuff, Mac.
You betcha.
I don't believe I ever... Hey, watch it. You're spilling root beer on the floor.
Oh, take it easy, Junior. My gosh, I got glow coat on this linoleum. You know that. Don't you know by this time that glow coat puts a tough film over the linoleum that protects it against dirt and spilled stuff? My gosh, don't you read?
Yes, but gee,
Ah, my goodness, Mr. Wilcox. That's nothing to worry about. I just glow coated that floor this morning for the party. Just poured some glow coat on it and spread it around.
Yes, but what that got to do with...
It's about time that you learned that a linoleum floor never has a party hangover the morning after, if it's been glow coated the morning before.
Certainly.
Well,
What?
well, gee, I hope we have this much fun tonight. See you later, folks.
Hey, what happened there, anyhow? I'm so used to that guy spouting about Johnson's self-polishing glow coat that Oh, well, that's one time we didn't have to listen to him popping off about it anyhow.
Yeah, you certainly showed him.
Sure did.
Well, come on in the living room now, dearie, and help me.
Come in.
Hello there, Mr. Mayor.
Oh, hi, Ella Trivia.
Hello, Molly. Good day, McGee. Here are the extra ashtrays you wanted to borrow for your card party, Molly.
Oh, thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah, much obliged, Latriv. You know who's going to be here tonight? Now toss your hair back so you'll have room to raise your eyebrows.
Cordelia Blakewell Butler, Mr. Mayor.
Yeah.
Oh, that's splendid. It'll be nice to see her again.
Oh, you acquainted personal with this Butler beetle, Latriv?
Well, I have met her, McGee. Rather a charming person, really.
Oh.
She went to college with my sister. Got her bachelor's degree the same year.
Her what, Mr. Mayor?
Her bachelor's degree.
Gee, that's tough, Latriv. What if she changes her mind and wants to get married?
What's that got to do with it? She can still get married.
With a bachelor's degree?
Take it easy there now, Latrivia. As a college man yourself, you know you can't practice law with a medical degree.
Of course not, but a bachelor's degree
And if
isn't
your
it?
college makes you a bachelor, that's legal, isn't it?
Naturally, it's legal, but you don't seem
So,
to...
if you're legally a bachelor and then you get married, that's illegal, isn't it?
No, it is not. The legality of the matter is not...
Now, just a darn minute there, Latrivia. By George, I'm pretty liberal in my views. But when a city official advocates tearing down our school system...
I advocated no such thing, McGee. And you know it. The mere fact that a person gets a bachelor's degree does not prevent him or her from getting married.
But if they do get married, they have to tear up their bachelor's degree, don't they?
No, they do not.
Oh.
My sister is married and has 3 children, and her bachelor's degree hangs on the wall of her library.
Oh, those poor kids.
Well, this is the most shameful thing I ever heard, Your Honor.
Oh, for goodness sake, look. What I'm trying to say is that a bachelor's degree is a purely honorary
What's
degree.
so honorary about promising to be a bachelor and then turning around and getting married?
That has nothing to do with it. When you get a degree as a bachelor, you're not required to maintain anything. It's merely that everybody, the scholastics, McGee.
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's go fishing one of these days.
Why, he'd just love to, Mr. Mayor, wouldn't you, dearie?
Why, you betcha, Latrivia. Now, hey, what gave you the idea all of a sudden?
Well, it just occurred to me that after all the years that you've been baiting me, we ought to do something about it. Now, if I may have my hat.
No, Mr. Mayor, not his...
No, that's the whole cottage. No. Gotta straighten out that Latrivia one of these days.
The King's Men sing Tampico.
Hi, Tampico, Tampico, on the Gulf of Mexico. Tampico, Tampico, that's the place to go. Tampico, Tampico, where banana boats all go. Tampico, Tampico, down in Mexico. The senoritas, they wave when you arrive at the docks. The native costumes they wear are slacks and bobby socks. Hi, Tampico, Tampico, where the balmy breezes blow. Tampico, Tampico, down in Mexico. To Mexico, to Mexico, to Mexico, to Mexico, you go to buy a beautiful shawl, a souvenir for Aunt Flo, authentic Mexican art, made in Idaho. Hi, Tampico, Tampico, where the weary tourists go. Tampico, Tampico, down in Mexico. You think you'll learn to do the samba and the rumba, so you engage a senorita in a hurry. You find she's got a Brooklyn telephone number and learn to dance by mail from Arthur Murray. Ow! Tampico, Tampico, where the great big bull they throw. Tampico, Tampico, down in Mexico. As the sunset fades to a purple glow, we bid farewell to Tampico. We'll steal away and leave her stay there on the Gulf of Mexico.
Well, they ought to be coming any minute now, dearie. How does the house look?
Beautiful, Molly. Fine. Everything is so slicked up, I've been putting my cigar ashes in my pocket. You've got this place.
How's my hair?
Oh, wonderful. The way you...
Have I forgotten anything?
No, I don't believe you have.
You think there are enough peanuts?
Oh, there's too many peanuts. Make them too thirsty. I only got one case of root beer, and if we... Well, here they come, Molly. Good luck with it, baby.
Thank you, dearie. Come in.
Oh, hi, Wimp. Come on in.
Hello, Mr. Wimple.
Hello, folks. Ma, I've been looking forward to this evening. I haven't been to a party for so long. I hope you don't mind if I just let myself go tonight.
You just unwind, Mr. Wimple. Have fun.
You really get raucous, do you, Wimp?
Oh, I'm a caution when I get started, Mr. McGee.
Yeah?
You should hear me recite, "The curfew shall not ring tonight with a lampshade on my head."
It sounds really riotous, Mr. Wimple. Maybe it's a good thing your wife couldn't come tonight and cramp your style.
It's a wonder she let you out of her sight this long, Wimp.
Oh, I just sneaked out, Mr. McGee.
Oh.
She was sleeping off the effects of a cup of coffee when I left.
Coffee? I thought coffee was supposed to keep you awake.
Not if you put in it what I put in it, Mrs. McGee. She'll be lucky if she wakes up in time for Valentine's Day.
Hey, now that's pretty dangerous, Wimp, doping a person's coffee.
That's what I kept telling myself, Mr. McGee. But every time I said it, I dumped in another teaspoonful. I'm getting so I don't believe a word I say.
Well, was she all right when you left?
Oh, yes. She was breathing very naturally, which for her means snoring like a water buffalo. Peanuts. May I have some?
Why, sure, Wimp. They're right over there.
Go right in, sit down, Mr. Wimple. Everybody will be here in a few minutes. Come in.
Oh, boy.
Here you are. Come on in.
Come on, break out the baseboards, Rothstein. I brought a sun lamp with me in case I lose my shirt.
Hey, the house looks swell, Molly. The way that furniture shines.
Please, Mr. Wilcox, no shop talk.
Oh, sorry.
Well, is everybody here? Because I'm already... Uh-oh, peanuts.
Huh?
Lay off, Gamble. I saw them first.
Yeah, well, now, let's see.
Oh, my goodness, McGee, this must be Cordelia Blakewell Butler.
Don't look so scared, Tootsie. She ain't going to bite you. Come in.
Mrs. McGee, I am Cordelia Butler.
Oh? Well, do come in, Miss Butler. It was so nice of you to come.
It was nice of you to ask me, Mrs. McGee.
Yes. This is my husband, Miss Butler.
How do you do, Mr. McGee?
Hiya, Cordelia. Hey, you're pretty good looking. From what Doc Gamble says, I was expecting a broken down
McGee.
old...
I'm so glad Dr. Gamble is here. One of my dearest friends, you know.
Oh, he's one of the dearest friends anybody ever had, Ferdy. His bill's at the end of the year.
Please, now, McGee. Miss Butler, I'd like to have you meet the rest of our friends. Mrs. Carstairs, this is Miss Cordelia Blakewell Butler.
4 diamonds.
Double.
Redouble.
Pass the peanuts, Greedy.
Well, that's our game, Mr. Mayor.
I've been doing very well tonight, Molly. I haven't seen so many spades since the WPA finished the airport.
Hey, how about some refreshments, Molly? I could eat the horns off of Gandy's goat.
Oh, my goodness, McGee. It's only a little after 9. Could I get you anything, Miss Butler?
Well, if it isn't too much trouble, I would like a glass of water, Mrs. McGee.
Why, sure, Cordelia. You're a cinch. We get it piped right into the house here. You just sit there now.
Oh, I'll come with you, Mr. McGee. I'm dummy anyway.
Frankly, Cordelia, isn't this about the dullest evening you ever spent in your life?
Oh, on the contrary, Mr. McGee. I'm enjoying myself very much. Although Oh, thank you.
Although you what?
Well, one of the reasons I accepted your wife's very kind invitation is that I heard you were quite a poker player. And, being very fond of poker myself...
Wait a minute. What was that again?
I said, being very fond of poker...
Well, my gosh, why didn't you say so? We've wasted a whole hour. Come on, sis. You just talked yourself into popularity. Attention, everybody. Cordelia wants to play poker. Throw them bridge scores out the window and break out the chips. Come on, guys. Come on, get
Well,
ready.
now, really, I didn't intend to.
That's all right, dearie. Now, it was my mistake.
Move those tables together, boys, and take off your coats.
What'll it be, dealer's choice?
Yes, and you deal the first hand, Cordelia.
Oh, wonderful. Get your chips on the line and feed that hungry kitty.
Yes, dog.
Here we go with Spit in the Ocean.
Oh, boy, that's for me.
Wheel 'em around and bet 'em like you see 'em.
That's it.
Sky's the limit, and here's where all friendship meets.
It's been said that the best way to judge a product is by its popularity. Well, now, I'm a mere male when it comes to shopping, but that sounds like good common sense to me. That's one reason why I have such confidence in telling you about Johnson's self-polishing glow coat. Did you know that more women use this famous wax floor polish than any other polish in the world? The reason for such popularity is simple, of course. When you protect your linoleum with glow coat, you accomplish two things. You preserve its original attractive colors and beautiful pattern, and you make it last a much longer time. And, of course, you save yourself lots of work all year round because glow coat is self-polishing. It needs no rubbing or buffing. Takes practically no work from you. Simply apply and let dry. That's the glow coat story. Why don't you take a tip from the millions of pleased users and get some Johnson's self-polishing glow coat tomorrow?
Well, dearie, I guess our party was a success after all.
I'll say, look at this picture in the paper. And listen to this. It says, Mrs. McGee, one of the town's smarter hostesses, entertained with a card party last night. In sharp contrast to the usual sticky bridge affair, the McGee party was one your editor will long remember, to the tune of $16.
What else does she say?
Oh, a lot. Here, read it. There was only one little thing I thought she'd never say last night.
What was that?
Good night.
Oh, good night, all.
This is Harlow Wilcox speaking for the makers of Johnson's Wax Products for home and industry, inviting you to be with us again next Tuesday night. Good night.
This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.
The Johnson Wax Program with Fibber, McGee, and Molly. The makers of Johnson's Wax Products for home and industry present Fibber, McGee, and Molly, aided and abetted by Bill Thompson, Gail Gordon, Arthur Q. Bryan, B. Benaderet, and yours truly, Harlow Wilcox. The writing is by Don Quinn and Phil Leslie, with music by the King's Men and Billy Mills Orchestra. I know for a fact that literally millions of women all over the country use Johnson's Glow Coat to give their linoleum floors that shining, well-groomed look. But seeing how easy it is to have lovely floors the Glow Coat way, what beats me is why every woman doesn't take advantage of this easy-to-use wax floor polish. There's no rubbing or buffing with Glow Coat. You simply apply, spread it around, and let it dry. Come back in 20 minutes to find your floors beautifully wax-polished and fairly gleaming, never streaked or uneven. And that tough, shining coat of self-polishing Glow Coat adds greatly to the life of your linoleum. It keeps its colors and patterns bright and new-looking far longer. Linoleum manufacturers themselves and leading housekeeping authorities recommend Glow Coat for all your linoleum surfaces, as well as for composition, rubber, tile, or finished wood floors. Why don't you find out what lovely floors you can have in a jiffy with Johnson's self-polishing Glow Coat? When children run around the streets with toy pistols yelling, "Bang, bang, you're dead," they call it cops and robbers. But when grown-ups do it, it's Pioneer Day in Wistful Vista. And here, all dressed up for the celebration, we find Fibber, McGee, and Molly.
Do I I look as silly as I feel in this calico dress and sunbonnet, McGee?
Matter of fact, kiddo, you look real pretty. Regular prairie flower. Hey, where's my sheriff's badge? I gotta have my sheriff... Oh, here it is.
I hope those horse pistols aren't really loaded, McGee. You're nice to have hanging around. But I'd rather you did it with your feet on the ground.
No, I just got blank cartridges in them. Got to do a lot of shooting when they hold up the bank this afternoon.
When who holds up the bank?
Oh, didn't I tell you? We're reenacting the big bank holdup of 1897. When Bart Younger and his gang held up the Ranchers National and got away with $20,000 in gold and kissed the banker's daughter on the way out.
Did they chase the robbers?
The banker's daughter did. Yeah, she chased him all over the territory, caught him, and made him marry her. After that, he went around the country lecturing on how crime doesn't pay. You see, she was kind of... Huh?
Why do you keep leaning over forward like that?
I can't help it. These high-heel boots got me off balance. Have to swing my guns a little farther behind, I guess.
Tell me more about this holdup. Who's doing it?
Mort Toops and Wallace Wimple are going to play the parts of Bart Younger and his brother.
Yeah?
I meet them in the street as they come out, and I shoot them down dead. You see, Come in, stranger. Come in a-shooting or come in a-smiling. The welcome you ask for is the welcome you get.
Oh, well, rope me for a dogie if it ain't old Doc Gamble. Howdy, Doc.
Come in and set a spell, Sawbones. Ma, shove that pile of bar traps away from the fire so's Doc can hunker down and warm his britches.
Oh, stop it, you Saturday matinee cowhand. You're about as Western as the Fulton Fish Market. Ooh. I'm willing to go along with this Pioneer Day malarkey for 24 hours, but I'm developing an allergy to blue jeans and bow legs. Even legitimate bow legs, like yours.
Did you know he was going to reenact the bank holdup this afternoon, Doctor?
Mort Toops and Wallace Wimple are going to play Bart Younger and his brother, Doc. I meet him outside the bank, and I shoot him down dead. Going to be newsreels took of it and everything.
Oh, fine.
Yeah.
Fine. You'll be so busy mugging into the cameras they could walk off with the whole bank. You probably even fancied yourself getting a movie contract out of this.
Well, now that sure would be nice, wouldn't it, Paul? Might stick a big wad of chewing tobacco in your face and tell him you're Billy the Cud.
All I can say is you better have plenty 45 caliber cork plugs ready today, Sawbones. When Sheriff McGee starts throwing lead, every Boy Scout compass in town is going to be pointing straight at the cemetery.
Well, I don't know who first thought up this crackpot idea of Pioneer Day, rum-dum, but it's paying off handsomely for me. I've treated 3 cases of spur burns, 2 items of bar stool bursitis, and right now I've got a sachet down to the hotel for a strange case of a man with 2 hearts.
Heavenly days, 2 hearts.
2 hearts, 2 clubs, and 1 diamond. Both the hearts were aces. Ooh. Thing like that can shorten a man's life considerably. So long now, Jimson Weed.
Afraid old Doc hasn't got any romance in his system. He thinks this Pioneer Day celebration is kind of childish.
Well, I'm inclined to agree with him, dearie. I know I'll be glad to get out of this long calico skirt.
Why?
Every time I look down and can't find my feet, I get panicky. When do we go downtown?
Any time now. The bank holdup is scheduled to start for any minute.
Get ready to crouch and draw, partner. That knock ain't familiar.
Stand in front of me, Ma, so's I can draw a bead on the varmints over your shoulder.
Use both guns then, Paul. Always wanted my ears pierced for earrings. Come in.
Well, what do you know?
Mr. Old-Timer.
Hello there, kid.
Well, I'm glad to see you again, old-timer. I hear you've been in the Navy all this time.
In the CBs, Johnny. That's the men's department of the Navy.
Well, you're just in time to celebrate Pioneer Day in Wistful Vista, Mr. Old-Timer.
Pioneer Day, eh?
Yep.
Wondered why everybody was wearing them high-heel boots and sombreros. Minds me when I first come to this town 50 years ago. Come out with the Lewis and Clark expedition.
Horse feathers. The Lewis and Clark expedition was in 1803.
I says Lewis and Clark, Johnny.
Huh?
I come out with my brother Lewis to clerk in his grocery store.
Well, I guess you were sort of a pioneer here at that, weren't you, Mr. Old-Timer?
Daughter, I was one of the founders of the town. I'd have been here even earlier, but I caught the wrong schooner. Mine had a Mickey in it.
Well, how'd you like the Navy, old-timer? Frankly.
Frankly, Johnny, I could take it or leave it. I could take it just about as long as I did and leave it with a glad cry. Yep. Had about all the boss bossing around from gold braid I could stand.
You mean commissioned officers?
No, I mean them blonde gals around the dock. You know me, kids. I'm a man's man till a woman shows up. Then I'm a girl's boy. Any girl's boy.
By the way, whatever became of your girl, Bessie?
Bessie? Bessie. Was she the one with the big bay window that she used to wave to the fellers out of? Or was Bessie the little one that always carried the bunch of flowers so she could thumb her nosegay at you when you... Oh, shucks, kids, I don't remember Bessie.
Well, you always were getting engaged and unengaged to different ones, Mr. Oldtimer. You've broken more hearts than the man who cuts the celery at the Why Pay More cafeteria.
That's pretty good, daughter, but that ain't the way I heard it. The way I heard it, one feller says to t'other feller, says, if these strikes keep up, it's going to be a long time before you can get a new car, ain't it? Yep, says t'other feller, but it's a great thing for the shoe industry. The pedestrians live so much longer. See you later, kid.
Billy Mills and the orchestra and My Shawl.
Decorated, haven't they? It looks like a Roy Rogers movie set.
Yeah, some of us characters are just as quick on the trigger, too. Oh, boy. Molly. Get a load of old lady Carstairs in the pioneer costume. Oh, boy. Ain't she a dish?
Makes her look a little stout, doesn't it?
Ooh.
And if you make any remarks about a pig in a poke bonnet,
Oh, no. I never thought of anything making
Well,
this...
hello there, Mrs. Carstairs.
How do you do, Mrs. McGee and Mr. McGee?
Never mind the mister, ma'am. I ain't no dude. You're addressing the sheriff of this here town. Homesteading hereabouts, area?
Why, sure, Paul. The Carstairs was right early pioneers hereabouts, wasn't they, Miss Carstairs?
Oh, yes. Grandpapa was a favorite with the Indians. He wore toupees, you know, which made scalping him a very simple operation. In the Cherokee Indian language, he was known as Old Cabin Keep Getting New Roof.
Never cotton much to redskins myself, ma'am. Even now, a coat of sunburn makes me reach for my Remington.
Paul, tell Miss Carstairs about the time you and Kit Carson met the Apaches at Sidewinder Gulch.
I don't recollect any such story, Ma.
It ain't a matter of memory, Paul. It's a matter of imagination.
Oh, sure it is. Well, sir, ma'am, it was just about sundown in the foothills of the Superstitions, in the heart of the Apache country. Me and Kit Carson was sitting around the water hole when all of a sudden, nothing happened. That made us suspicious. So we looked around, and there surrounding us on all sides was 200 Apaches.
Good heavens, Mr. McGee, how interesting.
What'd you do, Paul? Kill them all?
Nope. Kit started talking sign language to them.
Sign language?
Yep. First, Kit says, "There's a Ford in your future." And the Indian whips right back with, "Standard stations have clean restrooms." So Kit says, "Grade crossing ahead." And the Injun says, "Ever tried Johnson's wax on floors and furniture?" Well, sir, we knew they had us there. On account of we didn't have any floors or furniture. So we clumb onto our cayuses and rid back to Fort Dodge.
You know, I always wondered what was meant by sign language.
Oh, Paul was expert at it, Miss Carstairs. Him and Wild Bill Board Hickox. You gotta be going now?
Yes, if you'll excuse me. I must be getting down to the tailor shop.
Having some clothes made, Millicent?
Not for myself, my dear. I'm having a little pair of blue jeans made for my fox terrier.
Blue jeans for your fox terrier. What's the idea, Kirsty?
Oh, it's just in the spirit of Pioneer Day, Mr. McGee.
Huh?
I thought it would be appropriate if his wagon was covered. Well, nice to see you. Good day.
Wow. Oh, brother, if his wagon was covered. Did you ever hear a worse joke?
No, but I bet we will in the next 3 minutes. Incidentally, just where are we going, McGee?
Down to the Bonton department store. Now, that's across the street from the bank. You see, in the old days, the Bonton was the last chance saloon. Real rugged joint.
Oh?
Now, when the bank holdup starts, I step out from the door and I start throwing lead right at him, you see. Then the bank...
Heavenly days, what's that?
It's across the street there. Guy in the frock coat and checkered vest in the back of that buckboard.
Oh, isn't that wonderful?
Yeah.
He's probably selling Princess Mahula's marvelous snake oil for man and bees. Come on, let's go over there.
All right, folks, step right up to the tailgate while I expound the wonders of this magic product. Absolutely and positively the greatest discovery of the modern age.
Wilcox!
What on earth is he selling, as if I couldn't guess?
Hurry, 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 ladies and gentlemen. Step right up with your money in your hand. Each and every one of you will want a container of this marvelous labor-saving preparation. The scientific discovery that makes your life worth living and your home worth living in.
Go ahead and ask the man, Grandma.
Is it good for corn, son?
I'm glad you asked me that, Mother. This amazing product is wonderful for corns, bunions, and housemaids' needs. It brings such relief from housework that such small ailments are completely forgotten in the joy of living. Get your container of Johnson's wax before we're sold out, folks. Try it on your floors, furniture, woodwork, harness and saddles, rifle butts and luggage. See how it protects, preserves, and saves you hours of housework. And now, while I pass among you with this marvelous invention, and remember only 9 containers to a customer today, Hambone will play a few musical gems on his old banjo. Hambone, if you please.
Just a minute there, Slicker. Just a minute there. Hold on there.
Ah, the sheriff.
Yeah.
Get the horses ready, Hambone. What's the matter, Sheriff?
Well, Paul wants to know if you got yourself a peddling license for this here medicine show, stranger.
License, ma'am?
You heard correct, stranger. Failing you got a license, I got to take you to the calaboose. I represent the law hereabouts. We don't aim to have no fly-by-night drummers taking trade from the local merchants. We aim to build a little church in this here valley. Come now, son. Do I see your license or do you see our hoosgow?
I'll see you later. Let's go, Hambone. Hit the trail.
Well, you can't
Why, you was aiming kind of high, weren't you, Paul?
Yes, Ma didn't want to wing the young'un. He might grow up to be a useful citizen yet. What time you think it is?
Well, I can't tell, Paul. Can't see the sun on account of this here sunbonnet.
Yep. Often thought of getting me a pocket watch. But shucks, they're all made way back east, and they got different time back there. Have to sit down.
Oh, McGee, look, here comes Mr. Wimple. Hello, Mr. Wimple.
Oh, hi, Wimp.
Hello, folks. My, isn't this Pioneer Day exciting?
Yeah, you betcha. You all set to reenact the bank holdup, Wimp?
Oh, yes, indeed, Mr. McGee.
Good.
Mark Toops and I were going to dash up on our horses, but we're coming in his Buick instead because horses always make me sneeze. We're both going to wear bananas over our faces, you know.
Bandanas, Mr. Wimple.
No, bananas, Mrs. McGee. We throw the skins down to foil pursuit.
Sweetie Face going to be watching the scene, Wimp?
Well, I'm sure I don't know, Mr. McGee. She may be too tired from her dancing to come downtown.
Dancing, Mr. Wimple? She taking a dancing lesson?
Well, I suppose you might call it that, Mrs. McGee. One of the power lines fell down in that windstorm last night, and Sweetie Face tried to pick it up this morning.
Oh.
When I left, she was still hanging onto it and dancing around like everything.
Why, my gosh, Wimp, she might be electrocuted that way.
Yes.
But is she still mistreating you, Mr. Wimple?
Oh, we have our little moments, Mrs. McGee. She gets impulsive, and I lose my temper, I'm afraid.
Oh.
Last night, after one of our arguments, I went downtown and bought 5 pounds of raw meat.
Well, good for you, Wimp. Did you eat it all?
Oh, no. I put it on my eye, Mr. McGee. Well, goodbye now. I'll see you at the bank.
You know, McGee, one of these days Mr. Wimple is going to
Hold
turn
it,
on...
Ma, hold it. Look yonder. Here comes Panamint Perry Bodkin and his pitch pipe posse. Must be a trailing somebody.
Here they come, riding hard, chasing rustlers across the prairie land. Yahoo! Sheriff's man lost the trail of that cattle rustling band. Whoa! Which way they go?
They went that way.
Which way did they go?
She says they went that away.
Oh, they went that away.
Which way did they go?
They went that away.
Which way they go?
They went this away, that away, where away, there away, that away. Bandits robbed the stage and drilled the sheriff, stole 10 grand in gold. Get 'em, boys, before the trail gets cold. Which way they go? They went that away. Which way they go? They went that away. Which way they go? They went north away, south away, east away, west away, that away. Get that they'll catch 'em in the end as off again they go at the Western Picture Show. Supper time. Which way to go? They went that away.
Which way to go?
They went that away.
Which way to go?
They went giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, that away. Bandits busting banks and blowing safes and laughing at the law. Picking fights and cheating on the draw. Which way to go? They went that away.
Which way to go?
They went that away.
Which way to go?
They went bully bump, bully bump, bully bump, bully bump, that away. Kids are rootin', tootin', shootin' from their saddles on the aisle at the Western Picture Show.
Well, it's just about time for the gunplay to start, isn't it, McGee?
Yeah, and I hope those newsreel guys are on their toes, too. I told them to focus on my left profile. On account of because, well, howdy there, Mr. Mayor. Mr. Mayor. Ma, curtsy to the mayor.
Howdy, Your Honor. You're as welcome a sight as unbranded steer.
Thank you, Mrs. McGee. Hello, McGee. All set for the bank hold-up, Latrivia? Got my holsters tied down and my trigger fingers itching.
You sound very authentic as a sheriff, McGee.
Yes, didn't I?
Yes, you did. Had any trouble so far today?
Nary you might, Mr. Mayor. Folks been giving old Two-Gun McGee a wide berth. Needs one, too, the way he rolls around in his sleeve.
Incidentally, McGee, how did you get appointed sheriff for today, anyway?
How'd you mean? What do you mean, how'd I get appointed? I thought up this whole bank robbery stunt, didn't I? Who should ought to have been observing it better than me?
Okay. I was merely asking, McGee.
Oh.
I guess you were the one who remembered that the James boys once held up this bank.
No, not the James boys, Mr. Mayor. Bart Younger it was.
Yeah.
Bart Younger and his brother, Much.
Much was the older Younger.
How was that again, McGee?
I says Bart Younger was the younger. Much was older.
Much older?
Yeah, much.
You say that the older younger was much younger?
Yeah.
Well, if the older younger was much younger, how could the younger have been much? I mean, older. I mean, if the older...
Well, you see, it's like this, Your Honor. Bart, the younger, was quite respectable at first. He was even an elder in the church.
Yeah. Just the younger was an elder. The elder younger...
Oh, wait. Wait a minute, please. Now, let me get this straight.
Oh, of course. What don't you understand, Mr. Mayor?
Any of it. You say there were two younger, Bart and Much.
Exactly. Much was the older younger. The younger was the elder.
Well, if the younger was an elder, how did the older elder, much younger, I mean, if Bart was not an elder, simply older than the younger, which is to say that the elder...
Ah, you're getting it. Now, go on.
This doesn't make sense. Just because a man is an elder doesn't make an older younger. I mean, the younger brother...
Much
was younger than older. Younger than the elder. The older was the... It was the man. It was... McGee. Will you excuse me? I wish to make a telephone call.
Oh, important, Mr. Mayor?
Yes. I want to call Abbott and Costello.
What?
I want to know who's on first. Good day.
Well, I don't know how a man who gets as easily confused as he does ever got to be mayor.
Oh, well, the trivia, he's a simple soul. He just don't... Oh, my gosh, time for the holdup. Look, there's the newsreel cameras. Everything is set.
Shall I wait here with you?
Sure. We're just using blank cartridges now, Molly. One side there, please, folks. One side. I'm playing the sheriff.
Oh, there goes the robbers into the bank.
They'll be lucky to get out with the money they got on them. You can't fill your fountain pen in there without 3 co-signers.
Now, take it easy, folks. Take it easy. Give me elbow room. Now, when I come out, I'm coming out of shooting.
Get 'em, Pa. Here they come. Who'd you say them bandits was?
Mort Toops and Wally Wimple.
Well, don't look like either one of them was Mr. Wimple to me. Too big in the...
Ah, there we go. Drop them shooting irons, you varmints. It's Sheriff McGee talking to you. Drop them weapons, I tell you. I'm the law in these parts, and I'm...
Heavenly days. That was a real bullet, McGee. They broke the Bonton window.
Oh, holy shit. Well, what the Sam?
$20,000.
Oh, no license plates. It's a clean getaway.
Hey, who thought up this dumb stunt anyway?
Guy named McGee, the little twerp that plays the sheriff.
Why they ought to leave?
Hey, come on, Molly. Let's get out of here. I'm going to get home and form a possum.
You mean a posse?
No, possum. I'm going to play dead for a few days.
I've been telling women about the wax method of housekeeping for many years, so when I visit a home, I naturally look to see if it's wax protected. It doesn't take an expert to tell either. There's an unusual charm, a certain lustrous, mellow beauty about a waxed home that seems, the minute you enter it, to sing out, I'm wax polished, I'm sparkling, and I'm proud of it. All through the home, floors gleam with a shining cleanliness. Tabletops and chairs and woodwork, when Johnson waxed, have a lovely satin-smooth luster that adds tremendously to their natural beauty. Ornaments, picture frames, and other accessories are richer looking. Fact is, that invisible protective film of Johnson's wax, plus tasteful arranging, can make the difference between a lovely, bright, and shining home and an ordinary run-of-the-mill one. And besides the beauty it gives, that tough, shining film of Johnson's wax is mighty important because it protects lovely surfaces against wear, dirt, and spilled things. Make your home a lovelier place to live in with Johnson's wax, paste, liquid, or cream.
Did you hear what happened after the robbery?
No, I've been afraid to even stick my head out the door far enough to get the evening paper. What happened?
Well, the Sweetie Face found Mr. Wimple and Mr. Toops tied up in Wimple's garage.
Yeah?
They told her what happened, and she chased the robbers on her motorcycle and caught them at the county line.
Ooh, did she bring them back?
Yeah, but not alive.
You mean Sweetie Face? Oh, but that's murder. She can't do that. Taking the law into her own hands like that, why, that's terrible. That's...
McGee.
Huh?
McGee, don't get so excited. It's just a radio show.
Oh. Oh, is that what it was? Good night.
Good night, all.
Which Way'd They Go, sung by the King's Men, was written by Perry Butkin. This is Harlow Wilcox, speaking for the makers of Johnson's Wax Products for home and industry, inviting you all to be with us again next Tuesday night. Good night.
This is NBC, the national broadcasting company.
The Johnson Wax Program with Fibber, McGee, and Molly. The makers of Johnson's Wax products for home and industry present Fibber, McGee, and Molly, aided and abetted by Gail Gordon, Arthur Q. Bryan, the Benedarets, and yours truly, Harlow Wilcox. The writing is by Don Quinn and Phil Leslie, the music by the King's Men and Billy Mills Orchestra. And back with us tonight, after 3 years in the Navy, Bill Thompson as Wallace Wimple. Those of you who use wax polish regularly know all about how your home grows lovelier with every application. But if you've yet to discover the beauty of wax polishing, you certainly have a most pleasant surprise coming. For example, you'll really be amazed at the shining new beauty of your floors when you first wax polish them with genuine Johnson's Wax. For the very first time, perhaps, you'll appreciate the real beauty of your dining room tabletop, because Johnson's Wax brings out its beautiful natural grain and gives it a lovely mellow polish. Your chairs and sideboard and bookcase suddenly gleam with a lustrous, satiny, dry sheen. Ornaments, leather articles, picture frames are richer looking. And when Johnson Wax polished, your lovely things are wax protected against wear, dirt, and spilled things. So for a lovelier home that's easier to keep lovely, get Johnson's Wax. Paste, liquid, or cream. When Mrs. McGee of 79 Wistful Vista sent her husband to the library for some reference books on raising cinerarias, she might have known he'd come home with 2 volumes on the history of baseball, 1 on big game hunting in New Zealand, and 3 murder mysteries, one of which he's reading now, as we meet Fibber, McGee, and Molly.
You mean you didn't get me that book on cinerarias, McGee?
They didn't have one. The librarian and I spent 45 minutes looking through the list, and it didn't have a single book about cinemanariums.
Cinerarias?
Yeah, that's what I says. Cinemanariums. She asked me, what are they? And I says, flowers.
That was correct.
And then she says, how do you spell it? And I seen she had me, so I took these books and scrams. You love these murder mysteries.
You know, one of these days I'm going to write a murder story, and it'll be autobiographical.
What you mean?
It'll be entitled, That Wasn't the Book She Wanted, and That Wasn't Sugar on His Wheaties.
Oh. Well, my gosh, when a guy runs into an ignorant librarian who don't even know a cinemastertium is...
Cineraria.
Yeah. When you run into an ignorama like that...
Ignoramus.
This was a woman. Takes a feminine suffix when used as a subjunctive.
Oh?
When you run into an ignorama like that, what can you do?
Well, now, don't expect me to read those murder stories. They give me the twitches.
Ah, Pata, you got to remember it's just fiction. Personally, I'm used to them. Boris Karloff could creep into this room right now, dragging 7 dead bodies, and I'd never... What was that? Something just crawled across my foot.
Oh, that was just my ball of yarn, dearie. Rolled off my lap.
Oh. All that effort for that. The reason I jumped was on account of this story is pretty gory. It's by far the best of the 3 I got.
You mean you've read all three of those mysteries since you got home?
Certainly, it's a cinch with my system. I just read the first 3 pages and the last 3 pages. That tells you who got killed and who done it. That's all you want to know in the first place.
That stuff in between is a shameful waste of paper, then, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know. I suppose some people read all that padding. They did in this one, anyway. There's a loose page right here in the middle.
That what?
It ain't a loose page. It's a map. Somebody left a map in here.
A map of what?
I don't know. It looks like it might be a... Oh, my gosh. Molly. It's a treasure map. Look at...
Tear it up, dearie. Huh? Tear it up. With taxes the way they are, we can't afford to find any treasure.
No kidding. This is real. You see here? It says, due north from old mineral well, 200 paces. Strike line from loose rock in stone wall to foot of old oak. Then there's a big X, and it says, treasure buried here.
Where?
Right here in Wistful Vista. I know exactly where that old mineral well is, in the stone wall, too.
Oh, but, McGee, who would bury a treasure in Wistful Vista? The only pirate who ever operated around here is Alderman McClatchy.
Well, there was plenty of stagecoach holdups around here in the old days, kiddo, and plenty of bank robberies, too. Oh, boy. Imagine me walking into the Elks tomorrow and paying my dues with a handful of uncut emeralds. Huh?
Just the same, dearie, I don't think...
Oh, not a word about this map, baby. This may mean life or death if the word gets out.
Compared to me, sweetheart, an oyster is positively gabby. I can close up like a General Motors sales room.
If anybody knows we're on the trail of a treasure...
Come in. Oh, how do you do, Mrs. Carstairs? Do come in.
Thank you, my dear. Good afternoon, Mr. McGee.
Hi, Carstairs. Just the gal I wanted to see. Look, isn't there an old mineral well just west of your property?
Yes, but it's really on my property, Mr. McGee, and the well is no longer in use.
Run dry, Millicent?
Oh, no, but the water was only good to cure rheumatism and arthritis, and neither Mr. Carstairs nor I are troubled that way, so we had it shut off.
Oh. Why don't you cut down all your trees, too? Neither of you care for robin's eggs.
Don't be rude, McGee.
Oh, that's quite all right, my dear. You see, Mr. Carstairs loves to watch our feathered friends through field glasses. He's president of the Wistful Vista Bird Watchers, and why don't people pull down their shades clubs?
Interesting hobby.
My husband has a very powerful pair of binoculars. Last week he saw a purple-breasted chimney lark, a fan-tailed barn jay, and 2 new nurses at the lying-in hospital.
We've just been talking about some of the local landmarks, Mrs. Carstairs, like your mineral well and the old stone wall and those big oak trees.
Oh, yes. Mr. Carstairs inherited the estate from his great-grandfather, Long John Carstairs, who was a pirate with Captain Kidd.
Hot diggity, a pirate, eh? Did he bring home any Spanish gold and stuff, Carsty, huh?
Well, so far as we've been able to ascertain, Mr. McGee, the only things he brought home were a severe case of malaria and a parrot whose language is most disturbing.
Swears, does he, Millicent?
Terribly, my dear. Although we have tried to re-educate him with some success. He now says 15 men on a dead man's chest, yo-ho-ho, and a bottle of Pepsi-Cola.
There, they say parrots do live to be hundreds of years old, Carsty.
Yes, I'm inclined to think so myself, Mr. McGee. This parrot is always saying things in Italian like, if I may make a suggestion, Chris, why don't you call it America?
Oh, dear. Tell Millicent about the bird you had once, McGee.
You mean Sherman? Yeah, I had a strange bird once, Carsty. Crossed between a stork and a parrot. Yeah. Used to fly around town and holler down people's chimneys. What did you have, folks, a boy or a girl? Yeah. Scared the tar out of a lot of people. You gotta go, Carsty?
Yes, I simply must be going. It's been such a cozy little chat. Good day.
You hear what she said, Molly? Carstairs' great-grandfather was a pirate. Don't that make this treasure map look reasonable?
Well, after your stork and her parrot, almost anything would look reasonable, dearie. But if the treasure's on her property, doesn't it belong to her?
No, sir. The law says finders keepers, losers weepers. It's all ours, baby. We're rich. Go order yourself a mint coat. Buy yourself some pearls, a diamond necklace.
Let's go all the way, dearie. Let's call the market and order a half a pound of butter.
Billy Mills and the orchestra and the bells of St. Mary's.
Okay, now I got a shovel, flashlight, a shovel, piece of rope, and a shovel. What else do I need to dig up a buried treasure?
Buried treasure, for one thing.
Don't you worry about that, Tootsie. The treasure will be there, all right. Hey, I know what else I need. A pick.
A what?
A pick.
Tooth, ice, or mandolin?
A plain, big, old Irish pick that you dig holes with. Maybe I should ought to take a black scarf, too, in case I have to put on a mask.
Why should you wear a mask?
I don't know, but digging up a buried treasure at midnight seems to call for a black mask somehow.
Why do you have to wait till midnight?
Oh, my gosh, you want the whole town in on this thing? If anybody sees us digging on Carstairs' property, they'll...
Come in. Oh, hello there, Dr. Gamble. Do come right in.
Good evening, my dear. And how are you, Rover boy?
In the pink, Arrowsmith. I managed to stay in perfect health simply by ignoring all your advice.
He's just talking, Doctor. You know, the minute he gets a tummy ache, he loosens his belt with one hand and reaches for the phone with the other to call you.
Yes, I know. To me, his character is an open book. A cheap edition in a bad binding which should have been suppressed at the time of publication.
Horseradish. As a judge of character, you bulging bag of bedside baloney, you're a total deficit. For instance, can you look at me and deny that I will be a wealthy man in a very short time?
Now, careful, McGee. You might...
My dear boy, if you'll forgive my using the phrase, as you are neither mine, nor dear, nor a boy, I can take one look at you and say without fear of contradiction that you will be a wealthy man about the same time that I become the premier danseur of the Monte Carlo Ballet.
Okay, Fatso, take a look at that.
It's a map of buried treasure, Doctor. Right here in Wistful Vista. McGee's going to dig it up tonight.
And if you open your big fat puss about this to a single soul, Capsule Happy, I'll personally knock you so flat you can go home in a mailing tube.
I ignore your empty threats of violence, wind tunnel, knowing that you couldn't punch your way through a damp cracker. And as for digging up a buried treasure, if you find enough Spanish doubloons to buy yourself a plate of tamales, I'll throw myself under the wheels of a passing roller skate. However, good luck with it, tumbleweed.
That old septic. He'll look pretty silly when I pay his bill with a rope of pearls. What time is it?
Oh, it's early yet, dearie. About 8 o'clock.
My gosh, don't the time drag, though. I'm just itching to get busy with that pick and shovel. Hey, wait a minute. Maybe you'd better do the digging while I stand guard with a shotgun. We might get hijacked out of the treasure.
You're sweet to do the dangerous work while I have all the fun, dearie. But you better do the digging because...
Hello, folks. Mind if I come in?
Mind if I come in, he says. That's like lightning saying, do you mind if I strike you? You are in, Junior.
And very welcome, too, Mr. Wilcox.
Thanks, Molly. What's the shovel and stuff for, Mac? If you're planning on digging for fishworms, I can tell you right now the ground is harder than a landlord's heart.
Can you keep a secret, Junie?
Pal, I'm as close-mouthed as an Armenian's purse. What cooks?
Shall I tell him, dearie?
Sure, go ahead. And if you pop off about this thing, son, I'll give you the bus driver's curse.
What's the bus driver's curse?
May you stand on the windy corner and stand and stand and stand while the sleet drives up your pant legs and your nickels freeze in your hand.
That's a fairly vicious thought, sweetheart. Just take a look at this map, Mr. Wilcox. It's a treasure map, and himself here is going to dig it up tonight.
You want to go along, Junior? Glad to buy a couple of hours of your time, if you don't mind being paid off in diamonds and rubies.
No, thanks, Mac. As a matter of fact, I'm going on a little treasure hunt tonight myself.
What?
You are?
Yep. Don't say anything about this, but do you remember when the Limited was held up just outside of town 5 years ago?
Yes.
Yeah, my gosh, yes.
Well, look, we think we know where the robbers hid the loot.
Huh?
And among it is 100 containers of Johnson's self-polishing glow coat.
Heavenly days, why should anybody steal that? You can buy it almost any place.
Yes, but with the war just starting, these bandits thought glow coat would become hard to get, you see, and housewives would pay almost any price for it.
Now, look, Waxy, that's a pretty far-fetched...
And it might have happened, too. Imagine how desperate women might have gotten, seeing their kitchen linoleum getting worn and faded, making their housework mere drudgery, and their homes look shabby and uncared for.
Yeah, but what that's got to do...
They didn't realize they'd still be able to get their Johnson's self-polishing glow coat and keep their kitchen sparkling and fresh as always.
Yeah, but what that got to
Making
do...
housework...
A glow-coated linoleum is so easy to keep clean, lasts so much longer, and gives that proof of immaculate housekeeping.
Yeah.
Say, are you sure this treasure map is authentic?
Well, McGee thinks it is, Mr. Wilcox. He thinks it's an old pirate map.
Well, if you've got time, I could show it to my cousin, Big Peg-Leg Wilcox. He used to be a pirate.
Gee, really, Junior? On the Spanish Main?
No, in Pittsburgh. He played third base. Let me know if you want him to check it for you. So long now.
McGee, did you ever stop to realize that Mr. Wilcox almost always mentions Johnson's glow coat or Johnson's wax?
Mentions it? He beat you over the skull with it. That guy's about as subtle as a garlic sandwich. Hey, remind me to wear my basketball shoes tonight. I want to walk pretty quiet. You know where they are, my basketball shoes?
You told me to give them away, dearie. You said the shoemaker had resoled them with truck rubber, and you kept walking through puddles and splashing people.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, I'll wear my bowling shoes. They got rubber soles.
Come in. Oh, for goodness sakes. Hello, Mr. Mayor.
Hi, Latrivia, old man. I'm glad to see you. Come on in.
Hello, Mrs. McGee. Hello, McGee. I was just passing by on my evening constitutional, and I thought I'd... well, what's this? Going to sink a well, McGee? Or going out to dig for buried treasure? Did I say something wrong?
No, you just hit the nail on the cuticle, Your Honor.
You guessed it, so I might as well tell you, Latriv. We are going to dig up some buried treasure.
No.
Yes.
Indeed. Here's the map, Mr. Mayor, see?
Well, this is an interesting document. Ever done any treasure hunting before, McGee?
Nope.
I have.
You have, Mrs. McGee?
When, Molly?
Every time you get through taking a nap on the Davenport.
Huh?
I've dug under the cushions and come up with as much as 64 cents.
Well, give it to me.
I had an interesting experience with that sort of thing once when I lived in New Orleans. I had a little catboat, and I used to sail through the bayou.
Take her with you all the time, Latrivia?
Take whom?
Your cat.
I didn't have a cat.
What's the idea of having a catboat, then? Passenger boats carry passengers. Cattle boats carry cattle. Don't catboats carry cats?
Not necessarily, McGee. A catboat is merely a small sailboat.
Well, just the same, it was a little selfish of you not to take her along with you, Mr. Mayor. Even as maybe just a mascot.
I tell you, I didn't have any... All right. I had a cat. It was her boat. She went with me every place. Now, may I tell my story?
Sure, Latrivia. Don't let us interrupt.
Thank you. Well, one day I left my little home in New Orleans, a Creole colonial house as I remember it.
What's Creole colonial, Mr. Mayor?
Well, it's a rather graceful variation of the Charleston colonial, Mrs. McGee. Narrow pillars, green shutters, high stoop.
Hi, Latrivia.
How have you been?
Fine, and you?
Splendid. Nice to have seen you again. Good day. And here are the King's Men singing Hubba, Hubba, Hubba.
It's always fair weather when hepcats get together, and every time they meet, here's the way you'll hear them greet. Hubba, 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 hello, Jack. Hubba, 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 I just got back. Hubba, 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 shoot the breeze. Oh, whatever happened to the Japanese? Hubba, 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 ain't you heard? Hubba, 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 I got the word. I got it from a guy who's in the know. It was mighty smoky over Tokyo. A friend of mine in a B-29 dropped another load for luck. As he flew away, he was heard to say, hubba, 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 yuck, yuck. Well, I got another mission. It's okay. And with your kind permission, I'll just say, hubba, 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 on my way, and I'll dig you later in the USA. Hubba, 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 just got in. Hubba, 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 give me some skin. You're looking mighty pretty. Curly locks, you're the gravel Gertie of the bobby socks. Yakety, 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 you talk big. So you're the fresh tomato I can't dig. Let's have a heart-to-heart then. You'll decide that I'm a guy really on the solid side. Knock me flat, you're the kind of a cat makes me want to blow my top. When I feel this way, I can only say, hubba, 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 mop, mop. Glad we got together, you and I. You're really put together, that's no lie. If you want to date me, that's okay. Just dig me later in the USA.
Well, isn't it almost time for us to get going, McGee?
We'll give it another few minutes. Give old man Carstairs time to get good and sound asleep.
Say, are you sure this isn't stealing, dearie? Digging up a buried treasure on somebody else's property?
Why, certainly it ain't stealing. Buried treasure don't belong to anybody till somebody finds it. And that's me. Now then, have we got everything? Shotgun, rope, shovel, pick, shovel, map, shovel?
Who could that be at this late hour?
Search me. Come in.
Well, for goodness sake.
Wallace Wimple.
Hello, folks.
Well,
My, it's nice to see you again, Mr. Wimple.
it sure is, Wimp. We didn't know when you'd get in or we'd have met you at the station.
Oh, my wife, Sweetie Face, was there, Mr. McGee.
Oh.
You should have seen our reunion.
Pretty emotional, was it?
Yes. She really tugged at my heart.
Did she really?
Yes, but I was lucky. It didn't come loose.
Incidentally, Wimp, what were you in the Navy?
Homesick.
Now, he means what was your title or rank or rating or whatever you call it?
Well, you know what they call a sad sack in the Army?
Sure.
Well, in the Navy, I was known as the Droopy Ditty Bag. You see, I was a physical instructor.
You, a physical instructor?
Oh, my stars, yes, Mrs. McGee. I taught boxing and jiu-jitsu and judo and wrestling and knife fighting and everything. And you know what I'm going to do if Sweetie Face starts picking on me again?
What, Wimp?
Hide under the porch.
Ah, you poor lad. I don't suppose it was a very happy homecoming, was it, Mr. Wimple?
Oh, I don't know, Mrs. McGee, but it was certainly amusing. The minute Sweetie Face saw me, she just grabbed me up in her arms and started waving my legs up and down.
Why, oh, what was that for?
Then she threw me down very disgusted and said, "What do they mean, bell-bottom trousers? They don't make a sound."
Well, I don't like to be personal, Mr. Wimple, but don't you ever get tired of such treatment? Isn't the worm, if you'll pardon the expression, ever going to turn?
Well, yes, I suppose so, one of these days, Mrs. McGee. But I'm really very fond of Sweetie Face. She went for a little ride in the car tonight, and I locked all the windows shut so she wouldn't get cold.
My gosh, Wimp, that's a dangerous thing to do. With no ventilation, she might get knocked out with carbon monoxide.
Yes. Well, nice to see you. Good night, folks.
Poor little Mr. Wimple. What a life he leads.
I don't know how the Navy's going to get along without him, but I'll bet it wants to. Well, we better get going, kiddo. Now, you bring the pick and shovel and the rope, that stuff. I'll carry the flashlight on account of I know the way better.
Say, hadn't I better bring the piano, too, in case you get tired and want to lean on something?
No, I can use a tree. You all set? Let's go?
Making any progress, McGee?
Not much. Wilcox was right. The terror is really firmer tonight. What I ought to do is build a fire and soften the ground up.
Somebody'd see it, dearie. And goodness knows I'm nervous enough about being on Carstairs' property like this.
I'll calm her down with a handful of rubies as soon as I get this treasure dug up.
McGee.
Huh?
I think I hear somebody coming.
Yeah, it's probably just some little animal. This ground is frozen so hard the rabbits sound like tap dancers.
Mr. McGee. Mrs. McGee, may I ask what's going on here?
Heavenly days, Millicent.
My gosh, Carsty.
Will you please explain, if possible, why you are trespassing on my property?
Well, you see, Millicent, McGee found a treasure map in the library book.
Yeah, and I was going to split with you when I got the treasure dug up, Carsty. Yeah. A frail little woman like you wouldn't want to do any actual digging.
Let me see your map, Mr. McGee.
Okay. Turn the flashlight on my face, Molly.
No, she needs the treasure map.
Here, Carsty. You see? It says due north from Old Mineral Well.
I know very well what it says, Mr. McGee.
Huh?
I made this map myself several months ago and mislaid it. It was to help me remember where to put the flowers.
Flowers?
Ah, but look. It says treasure buried here.
Of course. Treasure was the name of my pet turtle.
Oh, sure.
He ate a firefly last October and died of heartburn.
Heavenly days. What are you looking at, McGee?
The audience. Ain't this ridiculous?
I have only one regret about Johnson's Glow Coat, said a woman to me the other day. I regret I didn't begin to use it sooner. It really annoys me to think what lovely-looking linoleum and other floors I could have had all these years with so little work. Well, now, of course, we're always pleased to get compliments like that about Glow Coat, and as a matter of fact, we think they're well-deserved. It's really so easy to keep your floors beautiful and protected, too, with Johnson's Glow Coat. First, because Glow Coat needs no rubbing or buffing. You simply apply and let dry. Glow Coat polishes itself. And second, because spilled things are wiped up in a jiffy from a Glow Coat protected floor. The tough film of Glow Coat saves the surface underneath from wear, protects it from dirt and moisture. In fact, its regular use adds greatly to the life of your linoleum and other floor surfaces. Ask your dealer for Johnson's self-polishing Glow Coat.
Hey, Molly, you know what?
No, what?
I just heard the old-timers getting out of the Navy next week.
My goodness.
Uh-huh.
How did an old man like him stay in the Navy this long?
He was the old salt they couldn't shake.
Oh.
Good night.
Good night, all.
This is Harlow Wilcox speaking for the makers of Johnson's Wax Products for home and industry, inviting you to be with us again next Tuesday night. Good night.
This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.
The Johnson Wax Program with Fibber, McGee, and Molly. The makers of Johnson's Wax Products for home and industry present Fibber, McGee, and Molly, written by Don Quinn and Phil Leslie, with music by the King's Men and Billy Mills Orchestra. I know a good many women who made a resolution a year ago and are still keeping it up. They resolved to practice protective housekeeping with genuine Johnson's Wax, and are they pleased? They tell me that not only are their homes lovelier than ever, but they've saved themselves hours of work, too. The fact is, things that are Johnson Wax do get lovelier with every application. I don't mean just floors, but many other things in your homes. Furniture, picture frames, ornaments, tables, doors, and refrigerators. All of these things have a lovely, lustrous, satin-smooth polish that adds immensely to the beauty of your home when they're protected with Johnson's Wax. You save yourself work, of course, because dirt and dust don't cling to a smooth, waxed surface so readily. Just a light dusting with a cloth restores their lovely luster in a jiffy. The year's only a week old. How about it? Let's resolve to have a lovelier, cleaner, healthier home in 1946 with Johnson's Wax. Kramer's Drugstore in Wistful Vista always has an interesting window display about this time of year. It consists of a glass fishbowl full of navy beans, and you're supposed to guess how many. Now, if you don't think that's a pretty fascinating exhibit, get a load of the crowd on the sidewalk, which includes Mr. McGee of Fibber, McGee and Molly.
Could win first prize by betting the same number of beans that won last year. It couldn't be far off.
They say Kramer puts a big rock in the middle of the bowl and piles the beans around it.
Who won the contest last year?
Kramer's mother-in-law.
My gosh, there ought to be some way to figure this thing out scientific.
Yeah, well, why don't you do it, McGee?
Oh, you think I can't, wise guy? Okay, by George, I'll show you. One side there, fellas. I got business. Hey, Molly. Molly. Hey, Molly.
Get your voice down to a shriek, dearie. I'm right here. Heavenly days, what do you got?
A fishbowl and 10 pounds of beans.
Well, that's nice. If there's anything we need more than a diving helmet or a high-wheel bicycle, it's a fishbowl and 10 pounds of beans.
Don't insult the quarterback till you know the score, Tootsie. I'm going to win Kramer's how many beans in the fishbowl contest.
Oh, for goodness sakes,
Yes,
McGee,
sir.
not another contest. You were just in one last week, remember?
And I won, too, diddle I?
Well, I will say it was nice of Mr. Kramer to let you bring his fishbowl and beans home with you. Or did you just steal them out of his window?
These are my very own.
Oh?
I purchased them. I'm going to count beans into this bowl till it's full and enter the total figure in the contest, and bingo. The McGees have just won a brand new radio.
Well, isn't that a little unethical, sweetheart? Aren't you supposed to guess how many beans in the bowl?
Ah, Pata, leave the guesswork to the peasants. I'm going to do this thing scientific. What have I got a brain for if it ain't to count beans into a bowl?
Well, you got me, dearie. That must be what it's for, all right.
Now, let's see. Help me clear off this table, Molly. I want to get to work right away. There. Now, I'll pour the beans out on the table.
Oh, dear.
I love them.
You've taken enough beans out of circulation to reduce Boston to a crossroads village.
You'd be surprised to see how many beans this bowl will hold. Well, here we go, laughing and scratching. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, wait a minute, McGee.
Huh?
I just happened to think, has Mr. Kramer a 99-year lease on that store? I'd hate to have him go out of business before you finish counting these beans.
Oh, this won't take so long. How many beans have I counted so far?
3, I think.
Oh, yeah. 3.
That makes 4.
I thought you said 3.
It was 3 before you said 4.
You mean before... I got to start all over. 1, 2, 3.
Come in. Oh, hello there, Mrs. Carstairs. McGee, it's Mrs. Carstairs.
7, 8. Hiya. 9. Carsty. 10.
Is Mr. McGee checking up on the grocer again, my dear?
No, no, he's counting those beans for a contest, Millicent.
Oh, my goodness. It must be wonderful to be married to a man who can amuse himself so easily. My husband has to resort to doing jigsaw puzzles or planning a world cruise or tickling the upstairs maid.
23. 24. 25.
Say, maybe we better go in the other room and leave himself here with his beans, Millicent.
I must be running along anyway, my dear. Careless girl that I am, I was playing my accordion without my girdle on and pinched myself rather badly. I wanted I wanted Dr. Gamble's office number in the medical building. Do you know it?
Oh, of course, dear. It's 816. Or is it 618? McGee, what is Dr. Gamble's office number in the medical building?
618.
Thank you, Mr. McGee.
Don't mention it, kiddo. 618, 619.
Well, good day, my dear.
Goodbye, Millicent.
620, 621.
Pardon me, dearie, but aren't you a little ahead of yourself?
Huh?
There aren't more than 35 beans in that bowl.
622. Why, there must be. I've been counting without missing a beat. 623, 620. Oh, my gosh, you're right.
What?
Now, how do you suppose I did that? Doggone it, now I got to start all over again.
Dear.
Oh, well, it might have been worse. I might have been up in the thousands sometime. 1, 2...
Billy Mills and the orchestra, and Let It Snow.
$1,172, 1,173, 1,100. Hey, this fishbowl's filling up, you know it? The bottom is practically covered solid.
Wonderful. You'll win that radio about the time television becomes obsolete.
Don't worry about that, my dear girl. It's going pretty fast now, and by the time I get...
Come in. Oh, hello, Dr. Gamble.
1,177. Hi, Doc. 1,177. Give me a pencil. Write that down. 1,177. Hi, Doc.
You said that.
I did?
Yes. And incidentally, Einstein, what are you doing? Your homework?
He's counting beans in the bowl to win Kramer's drugstore contest, Doctor.
You're going to do it, too, Aerosmith. I got the scientific approach. All them other yokels...
Other yokels is correct.
All them other yokels will stand and gawp at the fishbowl in Kramer's window and make a stab in the dark. I go at it intelligent and come up with the right answer. Well, within 5 or 6 beans.
Look, Bubblehead. I am no mathematician, but I do know that in computing numbers, one must take into consideration the factors of variability.
What on earth is that? Are those?
Break that down into one-syllable words, Bonebender. Remember, I'm just a barefoot boy with cheeks of tan whistling merrily down the road of life.
I doubt if I could explain the mechanism of a hacksaw so you'd understand it, Dim Dome. But in counting these beans, you should ascertain if you're using the same size navy beans that Kramer used. Also the same size bowl with no false bottom and the identical thickness. Then you must allow for the refraction of light through the drugstore window, which would make his beans appear larger or smaller, plus a consideration of atmospheric conditions. Dampness, for instance, would make the beans swell, thus reducing the number. Have I succeeded in leaving you utterly confused?
Are you, by any chance, entering this contest too, Fatso?
Yes.
Ah,
I thought so.
Sure.
Well, you can't blame a man for trying to discourage his competition.
Uh-huh.
But I've got to get along, kiddies. Say, are you through with this copy of Field and Stream, McGee? I missed mine this month.
Oh, go ahead. Take it along, butcher boy. Anything that'll teach you how to hunt and fish will help your next appendix operation. See you later.
Righto.
Now, let me see. Where was I?
1,100 and something. You wrote it down.
I know I did, but what did I write it down on? Right here on the table. Oh, my gosh, that magazine.
Heavenly days, the one the doctor took.
That's why he wanted to take it, the underhanded old pirate. He saw me write the number down and wanted to mix me up.
Well, that's too bad now, dearie. Going to forget the whole thing and give up?
No, sir, by George. I got my dandruff up now.
Oh.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pour them out and start over again.
Oh, dear.
I'll show that fat-headed old 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hello, folks.
Hello there, Mr. Wilcox.
6, 7. Hi, Junie. 7. I guess I can remember that all right.
Hey, I don't like to be nosy, Mac, but are you doing what you seem to be doing? Counting beans?
You guessed it, tall, dark, and commercial.
He's checking the number of beans that will go in the fishbowl so he can win a radio on the Kramer's Drugstore contest, Mr. Wilcox.
Well, you'll never get them counted that way. What you need is more room.
What you mean?
This table is too small. Pour them out on the kitchen floor where you can count better.
I can count on this table, all right.
Not the way you can count on that kitchen linoleum if you use Johnson's self-polishing glow coat on it.
Oh, dear.
Why, with glow coat on your linoleum, you can count on it lasting many times as long, looking infinitely more beautiful and saving you hours and hours of housework.
Yeah, but what that got to do
You
with...
can count on being able to wipe up spots and spill things with the greatest of ease. You can count on it being so much easier to take care of. Just pour out a little glow coat, spread it around, and let it dry, and in 20 minutes or less, you can count on a lovely, sparkling...
Okay, Waxy, okay. You made it. Gee whiz. Don't whip your horse after you pass the finish line. You got any other suggestions? Otherwise, sit down and be quiet. I got a lot of beans to count here.
Now, don't be impolite, McGee. I'm sure Mr. Wilcox was only trying to help.
And I can help, too, Mac. I got another great idea.
Yeah?
If I can only locate a batch of them, I'll be back in half an hour. It'll cut your work way down.
What's that, Mr. Wilcox?
Jumping beans.
Huh?
Let them leap into the fishbowl by themselves. But you better start doing it the old way in the meantime.
Jumping beans. If that wasn't the silk... Oh, they wouldn't do it. Hey, I better get going. I wish there was some easier way to... Oh, I got it. Give me a teacup, will you, Molly? I got an idea.
So have I, but if I'm smart, I'll keep it to myself. You better keep counting while I'm gone now.
Okay. She ain't kidding. This guppy globe is beginning to look as big as a Rose Bowl. Ah, well, 19, 20. Oh, now, Boone. Come in.
Hi, mister.
Oh, hi, Peony. Long time no. Seat yourself on a chair and relax. You don't mind my going ahead with my work?
Oh, sure I don't, I betcha.
Thanks. 21, 22.
I know how it is when somebody's trying to do arithmetic, I betcha.
Mm-hmm.
You just hate to be interrupted.
Yeah, that's right, sis. 23, 24.
I know I do anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everybody does. 25, 26.
Oh, you know how many presents I got for Christmas, mister? Do you, I got 15. Gee, imagine, 15 presents.
Well, good for you, sis. 15, 16, 17.
Boy, Choops only got 12.
12, huh?
Mm-hmm.
12, 13, 14.
I got a dandy set of building blocks with the alphabet on them. 26 of them.
That's fine. 26, 27. Hey, look, sis. Wait a minute while I write this down. I don't want to get thrown off my count. What was that again? Oh, yeah, 27. Now, look, sis, I'm doing some very important work. If I give you a quarter, will you scram out of here?
No, I got a quarter.
Well, what'll you take to beat it?
A story.
Oh.
You tell dandy stories, mister. Will you tell me one, will you please, will you?
Oh, okay. Now, let's see. Ever hear the one about Gus the Grub?
No, I didn't, I betcha.
Well, sir, once upon a time there was a little grub named Gus. You know what a grub is, sis.
Oh, sure I do, I betcha. It's a little baby caterpillar.
Caterpillar.
That's what I said, mister. Caterpillar.
You're saying caterpillar, sis.
Well, what'd you say?
I said caterpillar.
That's what I said, caterpillar.
Never mind. Anyway, this little Gus was a very ugly little caterpillar. Caterpillar.
You almost said it right, mister.
A very ugly little caterpillar. He was kind of green and brown and had orange spots on him.
Oh. Oh, gee.
Yes, sir. Gus was really a creep. All day long, he'd inch himself along a lilac leaf trying to hold back the tears when the other insects and beetles and birds and bees they'd poke fun at him for being so ugly. Ah, poor little Gus.
Ah, poor little Gus.
Yeah. Oh, now cheer up, sis. It's got a happy ending. Well, sir, one day Gus couldn't take it any longer. He crawls up onto a tree and he spins a little nest around himself and just gives up.
Oh, gee, did he die?
No. He thought he did, but he didn't. He just went to sleep. And one day in the spring, he felt the sun on his back, and he found his cocoon had broke open, and there he was, a beautiful butterfly.
Oh, goody.
Yes, sir. Gus was now a gorgeous creature. Flew around and heard the ladybugs whistling at him. And the potato bugs giving him the eye. And he lived happily ever after. And you know what the moral to the story is, sis?
No.
Never complain about the grub, because you can't tell what's cooking tomorrow. Now, beat it, will you?
Sure I will, I bet you. And thank you for the story, mister. Say, is it going to take you long to get all those beans in that bowl?
Oh, quite a while, Teeny, I'm afraid, the way I'm doing it.
Well, then I'll help you, mister. Here. Here's 2 handfuls in the bowl.
No, hey, don't do that.
The King's Men singing Doctor, Lawyer, Indian Chief.
There's a doctor living in your town. There's a lawyer and an Indian, too. Neither doctor, lawyer, or Indian chief could love you any more than I do. There's a barrel of fish in the ocean and a lot of little birds in the blue. Neither fish nor fowl, says the wise old owl, could love you any more than I do. No, it couldn't be true that anyone else could love you like I do. I'm gonna warn all the dead-eyed dicks that you're the chick with the slickest tricks, and every tick of my ticker ticks for you follow through. Tell the doctor stick to his practice. Tell the lawyer man to settle his case. Tell the Indian chief to take his Tommy Hawk and go back to Little Rain in the Face. 'Cause you know, it couldn't be true that anyone else could love you like I do. And confidentially, I confess, I sent a note to the local press that I'll be changing my home address for you follow through. Tell the doctor stick to his patients. Tell the lawyer man to settle his case. Tell the Indian chief to take his Tommy Hawk and go back to Little Rain in the Face. 'Cause you know, it couldn't be true that anyone else could love you like I do. 'Cause nobody else could love you like I do. No.
What'd you ever do with that teacup I brought you? What was it for?
Oh, didn't I tell you? Look, I simplified my counting with it.
How?
You see, this teacup holds exactly 329 beans leveled off at the top.
Why, McGee, you're wonderful.
Yeah.
All you have to do is fill the teacup, dump it in the bowl, and you have 329 more beans. Why, that's marvelous.
Yeah, I was thinking about patenting it, but I guess there ain't anything basic about putting beans in a teacup. Look, I'll show you how it works. I got the teacup full of beans, you see?
Yeah?
I dump it in the fish bowl thus. Write down the new total, which is now 397. Then I refill the teacup like this. 1, 2, 3. Till I get 329 again, see?
Isn't it wonderful what the human mind can do when it...
Come in.
Oh, good afternoon, Mr. Mayor. How are you?
Fine, thank you, Molly. And you?
Just splendid, Your Honor.
And how are you, McGee?
17, 18, swell, the trivia. 19, 20. Excuse my not shaking hands. I'm busy counting beans.
Well, every man to his own hobby, I suppose. I once knew a chap who spent his life carving wooden chains out of 10-foot poles.
Where did he get the 10-foot pole?
I was hoping you'd ask me that, Mrs. McGee. He got them from people who wouldn't use one to touch a man who was always counting beans.
Well, this is no hobby, Latrivia. I'm finding out how many beans this fishbowl will hold so I can win the contest in Kramer's drugstore's window.
Do you mean to tell me, McGee, that you are actually counting out enough beans to fill that fish bowl?
How else would you find out how many it holds, Your Honor?
Why, I would simply compute the volume of the fish bowl by a rather commonplace mathematical process available to anyone who happened to attend high school.
How?
You merely take the circumference of the bowl, multiply it by the depth squared over pi.
Any particular kind?
Any particular kind of what?
Pie, Mr. Mayor. You said pie, didn't you?
Oh, yes, but the kind of pie I was referring to...
You didn't refer to any particular kind, Latrivia. That's why I asked.
Mathematically, McGee, there is only one kind of pie. And that is...
Maybe that's why mathematicians always look so hungry. Only one kind of pie, for goodness sakes.
I don't suppose you'd use a custard pie or any of them soft kinds for a job like this. That'd be pretty messy.
Wait a minute. Now, let's get this thing straight. When I said pie, I was only referring to the Greek pie.
Well, of course, if you prefer Greek pie to homemade pie, Mr. Mayor, I can only...
I do not prefer Greek pie. It is not a matter of preference. You can't eat the kind of pie I mean.
Oh.
Didn't you ever hear of 31416?
Go on. There aren't that many kinds of pie. After the different berry pies, all you got left...
Stop it, McGee. Stop it. Will you understand once and for all that the pie I mean is a mathematical term? It's a figure. An indefinite figure.
Yeah, you eat Greek pie all your life, Bud, and that's exactly what you'll have, an indefinite figure. I knew a guy once that ate that...
I have never encountered such stupidity in all my days.
Ooh.
Never to have heard of such a thing as pie. Such colossal, abysmal ignorance. Why, anybody who ever... Pie is simply... Some people... You... I... I'm sorry, McGee. I was merely trying to get you the volume of the bowl to simplify your problem.
Well, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Would that tell him how many beans it holds?
No.
Well, how do I find out?
As the Countess said when her husband dropped ashes on the rug. Count!
We must have said something that upset him, McGee.
No, it's just indigestion with him, I think. And no wonder. Imagine owning 31416 kind of pies. Oh, well, I'm going to finish this job. 26, 27.
You know, I'm awfully proud of you for counting all those beans, dearie. How many did you have for a total?
9,707. That's the figure I'm going to give Kramer. Oh, come on, let's go in. Hi, Kramer. You got a minute?
Oh, hello, McGee. Hello, Mrs. McGee. What can I do for you?
Well, McGee thought...
Oh, excuse me a minute. Mr. Shaw, please.
Sorry, Mr. Kramer.
What was he doing, Kramer?
Walking backwards again. He says so many products are spelled that way now he can fill orders more easily. Now then, what was it?
Well,
huh?
McGee has his estimate of the bean bowl already, Mr. Kramer.
And I'm a sure winner, too, boy. That is, if there's nothing phony about your fishbowl.
Oh, there isn't anything phony, I assure you. Just an ordinary fish bowl. I want to examine it?
Yes, if it isn't too much trouble.
Oh, not at all. I'll just reach into the window and get it. Here you are, McGee. Take a look. No, you hold it. That's it.
Oh, thanks, Crane. Well, there certainly doesn't seem to be anything wrong with...
Oh, McGee! Heavenly days, the contest is over and nobody won.
Oh, gee. I'm sorry, Kramer. I didn't mean...
Oh, forget it, McGee. I'm delighted.
What?
Huh? That fishbowl stunt was getting pretty stale anyway.
Oh.
This year, I'll have a real contest. Oh, Mr. Shaw.
Yes, Mr. Kramer?
Bring me that empty barrel from the back room. Now we'll make it a real contest, McGee. A whole barrel full of beans.
Oh, Shaw.
Did you speak to me, Mr. McGee?
No, come on, Mom.
The wives of men in service have had to learn housekeeping the hard way, many of them. We've received letters from many Army and Navy wives telling us how they've improved shabby linoleum floors with Glow Coat. A letter just received ends with this paragraph. My husband is home now, it reads, and in a few weeks we'll move to a home of our own. One of the first items on my list of musts will be Johnson's self-polishing Glow Coat. You may be sure I'll never accept a substitute for it again. There just couldn't be any substitute for Johnson's products. Well, of course, we're glad to have people feel that way about Glow Coat and other Johnson's wax polishes. The fact remains that a very great many do. Glow Coat is a wonderful floor polish. It gives your linoleum and other floors great beauty, it gives them protection, and it saves you hours and hours of work because it's self-polishing, needs no rubbing or buffing.
$609, $610, $611. Hey, Molly, what time is it?
Just after midnight, dearie.
Oh, is that late? Well, I guess I better finish this in the morning. Help me out of this barrel, will you? Thanks.
You're welcome.
Good night.
Good night, all.
A very important announcement. Next Tuesday night, we welcome back our old friend Bill Thompson. Bill rejoins us after almost 3 years in the Navy to bring us again his famous characters Wallace Wimple and the Old Timer. And now this is Harlow Wilcox speaking for the makers of Johnson's Wax Products for Home and Industry, inviting you to be with us again next Tuesday night. Good night.
This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.
Johnson Wax Program with Fibber, McGee, and Molly. The makers of Johnson's Wax Products for Home and Industry present Fibber, McGee, and Molly, written by Don Quinn and Phil Leslie, with music by the King's Men and Billy Mills Orchestra. Down the country today, friends have been dropping in on other friends, exchanging New Year's greetings. It's a proud moment, isn't it, when your guests compliment you on the beauty of your home? Well, you can always count on a compliment like that if you use the wax method of housekeeping. Fact is, it's quite amazing how wax, genuine Johnson's wax, touches off the real beauty of the lovely things in your home. Waxed floors shine proudly with a new beauty. The wax polish gives a lovely luster to furniture and woodwork, too, and it brings out the beautiful grain. Picture frames and ornaments and leather articles grow lovelier each time you wax them. You see, Johnson wax things have a satin smooth surface that doesn't collect dust, is easy to keep clean. And because of its protective qualities, a coating of wax adds to their length of life. Why not have a lovelier home in 1946 with Johnson's Wax? professionals, there are three different approaches to typewriting: hunt and peck, hope and hit, poke and pray. And here at 79 Wistful Vista, we find the Squire combining the worst features of each. As we meet, Fibber, McGee, and Molly.
I can see why Remington makes guns as well as typewriters. If you don't type any better than I do, you can shoot yourself. Now, let's see what I got. One day in Africa during a kangaroo trapping expedition.
McGee, have you got time to help me? Oh, still at the typewriter, huh?
Yeah, and you know what? I now got 2 pinkies on each hand. My forefingers are worn down to the second knuckle.
What are you doing, writing yourself an anonymous letter?
Nope. I'm writing out my entry into a contest.
Oh, heavenly days. Another one? What is it this time?
I'm writing a story.
A story?
Yep.
Long or short?
Tall.
Tall, huh?
Yep. Tall story contest at the Elks Club. $100 first prize. Entry's got to be in by 5 o'clock tonight.
Well, good for you, dearie.
Yep.
You might as well cash in on that talent as give it away to your friends for free.
Yep.
Your only rival for tall stories is the Empire State Building.
That's what all the guys at the Elks Club say, too, and they've all got big bets on me to win.
Well, why not? You're a cinch.
Yep.
Mind if I read what you've written?
No, go ahead.
Okay. Tales Theory by Fibber, 1/2, $, 2 smudges, McGee.
You better let me read it. My typing ain't very clean.
You're not kidding, sweetheart. This looks like you'd gone at the typewriter with 4 wooden mallets like a xylophone.
It says Tall Story by Fibber McGee.
That's fine, dearie. Very good.
Well, wait till you hear it. There's more.
Oh, pardon me.
One day in Africa, during a kangaroo trapping expedition.
Well, aside from the fact there are no kangaroos in Africa, I think it's fine. Read the rest of it.
That's all I got. I can't think of a good yarn.
Oh, nonsense. You've got a million of them, dearie. How about the one you told the milkman this very morning?
What?
About how you used to drive a milk wagon and your horse was so smart, he not only knew all the customers, but used to read the newspapers to see if anybody new had moved into the neighborhood?
Oh, they don't want true stories.
I see.
Besides, there's something about writing them down on paper that defeats me. They don't look reasonable. I think I better start all over. Now, one day when I was deep sea fishing at Acapulco. Hey, how do you spell Acapulco?
Where is it?
I don't know.
Well, make it Havana.
Oh.
You can copy that off your cigar band.
Good idea. Deep sea fishing at Havana, Florida.
Why, Havana's in Cuba.
Since when?
Well, that I couldn't say, dearie. I only know that...
Hello, Mrs. McGee. Oh, am I interrupting your work, Mr. McGee?
Oh, not at all, Alice. I'm never bothered by minor disturbances.
Well, I'm not a minor disturbance, Mr. McGee. I was 21 last October.
Oh.
Well, he's writing a tall story for the Elks Club contest, Alice.
Oh, creepers, isn't that wonderful? Maybe he could even write a novel or a play or something sometime.
What do you mean I could write a play or a novel or something sometime? I got one almost finished right now. Oh. I'm calling it Life with My Father.
There is a play by that name, McGee. Very successful, too.
What? Life with My Father?
No, it's just called Life with Father.
Well, how do you like that? You think up an idea, somebody takes it, changes one word, and you got no legal protection whatsoever.
I think playwriting is horribly interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I go out once in a while with a fellow that he's a playwright. He's kind of a Noel coward.
He is, eh?
Yes. He'd like to write like Noel, but he's afraid.
I'll never forget one time in New York, the Theater Guild come to me and asked me to write a show for them.
I suppose Elmer Rice was busy at the time, being thrown at a wedding party.
Well, sir. I was a kind of a Broadway playboy in them days, which is why they wanted me to write a Broadway play, I suppose.
Well, next.
They offered me $100,000 in a tryout in Washington, D.C.
Would that be called capital gain, dearie?
It would have if they'd ever seen it. But I found out just in time they wanted a play to be called Alabama so they could pay me off in Confederate money. So I nixes the deal, see, and they got a kid named Hammerstein to do one called Oklahoma. I understand it's going to make expenses, too.
Make expenses? They sell tickets for it in jewelry stores.
Well, I'll let you get to work, Mr. McGee. I've got to get downtown anyway. I have a luncheon date with Geraldine.
Who's Geraldine?
Oh, Geraldine is the mounted policeman who directs traffic at 14th and Oak Street on the Big Brown Horse's sister.
Oh, I see.
Well, good luck with it, Mr. McGee.
Billy Mills and the orchestra and two guitars.
Well, how are you coming along with your tall story?
Oh,
McGee?
terrible. I can't think of anything to write. I had a wonderful start on this one, too, but it petered out.
What was it?
It was about the time I flew a balloon over Mount Vesuvius while it was erupting.
Oh, why, that sounds very interesting. Why didn't you go on with it?
I couldn't. The balloon caught fire in the third line, and I got killed. I only had more imagination. I could win this thing hands down.
Come in. Oh, hello there, Mrs. Carstairs. Do come in.
How do you do, my dear? Working on the typewriter, Mr. McGee?
Who, me? Oh, no, Carsty. I'm teaching a sea lion to play the 1812 overture on a police whistle. And if you'll pardon my mentioning it, your skirt is split down the middle.
This, Mr. McGee, is a divided skirt.
That's what I said.
I have just come from a horseback ride in the park.
Oh, I've seen you riding, Millicent, and I must say you have a wonderful seat on a horse. McGee.
You quite an equestrianarian, Carsty?
Well, I rather fancy that I am, Mr. McGee. I have taken several blue ribbons at horse shows.
Judges nearsighted, or were you whinnying at the time?
Now, McGee, don't be so rude.
I know he's just joking, my dear. As a matter of fact, Mr. McGee, when Roy Rogers had his last rodeo at Madison Square Garden, he made me a splendid offer.
My goodness, did he really, Millicent? What was his offer?
$10 for my hat. He said it frightened Trigger.
Used to be quite a horseman myself, Carsty. Had quite a string of polo ponies at one time.
Really? What happened to them?
The string broke.
I even used to ride bareback in a circus with him. Funny thing happened in connection with that, too, recently, too. I happened to be in Indianapolis. You know Indianapolis, Carsty?
Oh, indeed I do. It was named after one of my ancestors, an Indian who'd gone to Annapolis.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, Well, you know the big circle down there in Indianapolis? Well, I was walking along there one day, and I seen two of the horses from my old circus act. from 20 years ago. And they were harnessed to a beer truck. Well, sir, the minute they seen me, they started snorting for joy. They tossed their heads and arched their necks and started galloping around the circle, round and round and round.
Oh, wasn't that delightful? I suppose it had been years since they'd seen a clown.
So what does I do but I throws off my overcoat, steps out of my shoes, and leaps onto their backs. And for 20 minutes we galloped around that circle, me jumping on and off, turning triple somersaults, handsprings, and flip-flops.
Well, after 20 years, I imagine a lot of your flips were flops, huh?
But I'd forgot I didn't have any rosin on my feet, and I slipped on one of their rumps, and whammo, everything went black.
Oh, were you knocked unconscious, Mr. McGee? I mean, more so than usual?
No, I wasn't, Kirsty. I flew through the air right into a Keep Our City Clean box, and the lid fell on me.
Hasn't himself here had the most fascinating experiences, Millicent?
Simply astounding, my dear. Sometime when you have a free hour, Mr. McGee, I should like to hear more of your circus stories.
Why, sure, Kirsty, anytime. Shall I give you a ring?
Well, under the circumstances, give me 3 rings. Good day, my dear.
Why not use that, McGee?
Huh? Use what?
Use that circus story as your tall story for the Elks Club contest?
Oh, my gosh, kiddo, I can't do that.
Why not?
Why, those horses may still be living. I wouldn't want to embarrass them. Boy, this is a tough assignment, you know. I can't dream up any fantastic stories.
Well, now, you'd better, McGee.
Well-
If all those men at the Elks have bet big money on you.
Yeah, that scares me, too.
You know what? I talked to Mrs. Toops on the phone,
Hmm?
and she said her husband said all the Elks are betting their teeth on you.
Oh, my gosh, I don't know.
Sure, they say you're a 3-to-1 shot. Or 3-to-1 to get shot, I forget which.
Well, doggone it, I just can't think of any wild yarns. I sit here and stare at this blank paper and nothing...
Hello, folks.
Oh, hi, Junior.
Hello, Mr. Wilcox.
Feliz año nuevo, amigos.
No, thanks, Junior. We haven't used up the old can yet.
No, McGee, that was Happy New Year in Spanish, I think. Wasn't it, Mr. Wilcox?
Sure. I picked up quite a bit of Spanish when I was deep-sea fishing down in Acapulco.
Deep-sea fishing in Acapulco, eh?
Yeah.
You're just the guy I wanted to see, Junie. How do you spell it?
C-E-E-P-S-E-A-F-I-S-H.
No. He means Acapulco.
Oh, I don't know. I never paid any attention to the spelling. You see, I was down there with a bunch of Johnson Wax salesmen.
I'll bet you were, Waxy. And I'll bet all you sportsmen made an agreement not to talk shop on the whole trip, too, didn't you?
We sure did, Mac. For 5 whole days, not a word was said about fishing. All we talked about was Johnson's Wax.
Ah, it's a great topic in the tropics.
Yes, we swapped experiences about how we'd sold way over our quotas of Johnson's Wax. How housewives loved it because it gave their homes that immaculate, shining appearance.
Yeah.
How it made housekeeping so much easier because dust and dirt can't cling to a Johnson Wax surface.
I was deep-sea fishing down in Acapulco once.
And how a proud housekeeper kept finding new uses for Johnson's Wax. Floors, furniture, woodwork, picture frames, lampshades, window shades, Venetian blinds, luggage, banisters.
We were trolling for tuna, you see. We were trolling for tuna, and I had about a half a mile of line out.
And with your line, you could spare it.
Well, sir, suddenly I got a bite. I scratches it quick, and then like a flash... like a flash, I reels in. It was a terrific battle. But finally, I reaches over the side with my gaff, and what do you suppose I'd caught? A guy in a bathing suit with water wings on.
How exasperating.
Not at all, as it turned out. I yanks the guy on board, and I says, "I'm sorry, bud. I thought you were a tuna." He says, "I am. I'm a piano tuna." Shucks, this is a holiday.
Well, excuse me, pal. I've got to get going. I just stopped in to see how you were coming with your entry for the Elks Tall Story Contest.
Well, he's a little discouraged about it, Mr. Wilcox.
Yeah, I can't seem to think of a thing, Junior.
Well, keep pitching, Mac. And remember, the deadline is 5 o'clock.
Ain't that awful, Molly? The deadline is 5 o'clock.
Well, how much have you got written?
All I got so far is this. An amazing thing happened to me when I was a cabin boy on a 12-masted schooner bound round the Horn.
Bound round the Horn?
Yeah, I got my nose all cut up in the fight and I had it all bandaged up.
Well, what's the story of the 12-masted schooner?
I'm darned if I know. I just don't seem to be able to make up imaginary stuff. Maybe I better start fresh and... Oh, my gosh. How can a guy get his work done? Our threshold has been crossed more times today than Southern California's goal line. Come in.
Oh, hello there, Dr. Gamble. Do come in.
Hello, Molly. Good afternoon, Gargoyle.
For a doctor, Arrowsmith, you got an awful ignorant way of pronouncing gargle. What can we do for you? Break a leg?
No, I'm a committee of one sent by the more sporting members of the Elks Club to pick up your story, McGee. Got it ready?
Oh, heavenly
Gee
day.
whiz, Doc, I'm in a spot. No kidding. I haven't been able to think of a thing. My imagination is drier than a Kansas tea room.
Well, you better think of something, Bilge Pump. For I know 7 underworld characters, including me, who will tear your head off and throw it in your face. Personally, I have wagered $65 in folding money, 4 appendectomies, 2 adhesions, and a basal metabolism on you. Go on, concentrate.
Do what the doctor says, McGee. Concentrate.
Maybe he doesn't know how to concentrate.
Certainly I know how to concentrate. My gosh, I spent 6 years in India studying to be a faker, didn't I?
Yeah, and 40 years in this country.
Betcha. I learned how to sit on a board full of nails all day long and just concentrate.
Didn't it hurt, McGee?
Not after I learned the secret of how to do it. Then I could sit on them nails all day and never feel a twinge.
And what was the secret, Master? Mind over matter, or a heavy girdle over the derriere?
It was very simple. Just drive the nails into the board and flatten them out. It's only the points that hurt you.
Simple when you know the trick, isn't it?
You must show us the Indian rope trick sometime, faker. I'll buy the rope if you'll climb up it and disappear. For good. And furthermore...
I'll get it.
I'll get it. Hello, Gamble speaking. Who? Oh, yes. Yes. Well, I'll be over there as soon as I can, Ray. In the meantime, take 2 5-grain headache tablets and apply cold compresses. And don't worry about it, Ray. You're not the first person who's lost one. Bye.
Lost what, Doctor?
A weekend. McGee, do you know what time it is? 4:30. Where's that tall story?
Oh, my gosh, Doc, I can't. Well, gee whiz, this simply isn't my...
McGee, they're all depending on you, though.
You better get with it, Bugface, or your life won't be worth 10 cents worth of Hiroshima real estate.
Well, doggone it, I don't know what to do. Hey.
Huh?
Wait a minute. Yeah, I do, too. I know what to do.
Well, write it out quick, boy.
Good for you, McGee.
I'll fix them.
Why, you leave these things till the last minute anyhow.
Look at how fast he's going.
Maybe you have it to do.
There.
Well, hurry up. Give it here, McGee. Come on, give it to me.
Wait a minute. Where's an envelope?
Here, McGee.
Thanks. Okay, Doc, give him that.
Thanks, son. I knew you'd come through. Now, listen in to WVIS at 6:30. They'll announce the winner.
I knew he could do it, Doctor.
So did I. He's got more tall tales than a herd of giraffes. Bye now.
The King's Men sing I Don't Care If I Never Go to Bed.
I love music and crowded places. I love people and such. I love singing and smiling faces. Love to stay awake too much. Oh, I don't care if I never go to bed. Never go to bed. Never go to bed. I don't care if I never go to bed, 'cause I'm having such a darn good time. I don't care if I never hit the hay. Never hit the hay. Never hit the hay. I don't care if I never hit the hay, 'cause the night is young and I feel fine. It must be somebody's birthday or anniversary, and that's a very good reason to sing this song with me. Oh, I don't care if I never go to bed. Never go to bed. Never go to bed. I don't care if I never go to bed, 'cause I'm having such a darn good time. I don't care if I never wink or sleep. Pardon me, I mean never sleep a wink. I don't care 'cause I'm feeling in the pink, having such a darn good time. I don't care if I never snooze a take. Pardon me, I mean never take a snooze. I don't care 'cause I'm doing what I choose, having such a darn good time. I want to door all the ring bells. I'm feeling young and gay. I want to spot the high hits and like to dance away. I don't care if I never bed to go. Pardon me, I mean this is what I said. I don't care if I never go to bed, having such a darn good time.
so gloomy about, McGee? You came through with a tall tale, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I came through with mine between my legs.
What do you mean?
I didn't send the Elks a story. I just sent my apologies. Told them I just couldn't handle it, that's all.
Oh, heavenly days. And all those people who'd bet on you, too.
I know. I feel like a dog. But gee whiz, Molly, I just can't sit down at a typewriter and deliberately prevaricate. Somehow it just don't seem honest, somehow.
Well, cheer up, Pet. My goodness. Come in. Oh, Mayor Latrivia, do come in, Your Honor.
Oh, thank you, my dear. Hello, McGee.
Hi, Latrivia.
Say, I have some good news for you folks. Remember Wallace Wimple?
My goodness, yes.
You mean little Wally Wimp? You mean the henpecked little guy that when he was married, Frankenstein gave the bride away?
Yes, that's the lad. I just got word that he's out of the service and will be back in Wistful Vista on the 15th of January.
Oh, good. Very well.
It seems that the Navy finally saved up enough points to get rid of him.
Oh, my, it'll be nice to see him again.
2 weeks from today, eh? My gosh, that's...
By the way, McGee, did you send the Elks your tall story for the contest?
No. I guess I kind of fell down on the assignment, Latriv. I went into it real enthusiastic, too. I was going to whip out a yarn that'd have all the other contestants green with ivy.
You mean envy, dear.
Huh?
People don't turn green with ivy.
Oh, no? You mean I never told you about the kid I went to school with? Little Eddie Creeper? The poor kid that was working his way through school.
What about him, McGee?
Well, he got so hungry he'd eat the leaves off the vines on the chemistry building, just to keep from starving.
Well, if he wanted to browse, why didn't he go over to the library building?
The bigger leaves on the chemistry building. It was over. Well, sir, he ate so many of them leaves, he started turning green with ivy, you see?
Oh, dear.
I suppose you're going to tell us he came home one night potted.
No, the thing was, Latrivia, he ate so many of them ivy leaves, he got a peculiar habit of trying to climb the wall of the chemistry building.
Oh.
Every spring, right after the rainy season, he'd do it. We found out later his father had been one of the Virginia creepers. Creepers. Then a kind of a tragic thing happened.
I know. He was attacked by caterpillars?
No. It seems that one of the botany professors, I think it was a botany professor. Well, what's the study of plant life called, Latrivia?
The National Labor Board.
Oh, no, Mr. Mayor. What do you mean?
Never mind. Anyway, they discovered there was no nourishment in ivy leaves, and when this kid heard that, he fell right off the wall onto his history notebook. It weakened him so much, they had to feed him Vigoro and tie him to a trellis to hold him up for the graduation exercises.
That's a very interesting story, McGee. Is that the one you sent to the Elks Club?
Well, no, it isn't, Your Honor.
I'll probably have to resign from the Elks, Latrivia. I wouldn't be able to show up there from now on without getting the hot foot every time I sat down.
What's a hot foot?
Oh, that's where you stick a match in the sole of a guy's shoe without him knowing it and light it.
It's a stupid practical joke, Mrs. McGee, dedicated to the proposition that all men should be cremated equal. But about your entry in the contest, McGee, I certainly hope you would have...
Heavenly days, look what time it is. Time for the broadcast. Turn the radio on, McGee.
Oh, okay. Not that I want to hear it, except out of morbid curiosity.
McGee, I'm curious to know just exactly
Quiet,
what you wrote...
Mr. Mayor,
Oh.
quiet. Listen.
And now for the announcement of the first prize winner in the Wistful Vista Elks Club annual Tall Story Contest. The winner, who will receive a check for $100, is Mr. Fibber McGee of 79 Wistful Vista.
What? Why, how on earth could he do that?
Mr. McGee's prize-winning entry consisted simply of this brief note, and I quote, Tall Story Committee, gentlemen, I'm sorry, but I just don't seem to be able to sit down and deliberately tell a falsehood. Well, to anyone who knows Mr. McGee, this will be recognized as the most fantastic whopper of all time. Congratulations, Mr. McGee, and now we return you to the...
Well, I'll be a Happy New Year.
In the coming year, Fibber, McGee, and Molly will most certainly be making many new friends.
friends who perhaps will be using Johnson's Glow Coat on their floors and linoleum for the first time. Well, now any one of our many old friends could tell these ladies what a pleasing experience they have in store. With self-polishing Glow Coat, you can give your floors and linoleum the gleaming luster of a wax finish with practically no work at all. Glow Coat needs no rubbing or buffing. It's self-polishing. You simply apply and let dry. In 20 minutes, come back and you'll find even old linoleum gleaming with a brand new beauty. It's amazing the difference it makes. And, of course, because Glow Coat protects the surface from wear, new linoleum stays like new, both in bright appearance and in the way it wears. Yes, our new friends have a pleasant surprise coming when they first use Johnson's self-polishing Glow Coat in the coming new year.
Ladies and gentlemen, when your country is at war, you naturally offer it your money, your services, and, if necessary, your life. But when the war is over, it's every person's privilege, yes, even duty, to think of himself again, his work, and his future.
The United States Merchant Marine, which made such a wonderful record of work done and heroic missions accomplished, offers a wonderful opportunity. It wants and needs you experienced officers and men who have been to sea, men with certificates. If you're looking for a job with a great future, write or wire collect to Merchant Marine, Washington, 25 D.C., giving your rating and address.
And if you've been on a well-earned holiday, we urge you to return to your ship. You won't be the first one who was smart enough to go back on the water after a celebration.
Good night, all, and Happy New Year.
Next Tuesday night. This is Harlow Wilcox speaking for the Johnson Wax people in Racine, Wisconsin and Brantford, Ontario, who join all of us in wishing you a very happy New Year. Good night. This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.
The Johnson Wax Program with Fibber, McGee, and Molly. The makers of Johnson's Wax products for home and industry present Fibber, McGee, and Molly with Bill Thompson, B. Benaderet, Arthur Q. Bryan, and they call me Harlow Wilcox. The script is by Don Quinn and Phil Leslie, and the music by the King's Men and Billy Mills Orchestra. You know, I get a real kick out of seeing someone use a wax polish for the first time. Because the minute they wax a chair or table and see that wonderfully rich, gleaming, wax-polished luster, they simply can't wait to wax polish all the rest of their home. I think you will be that way, too. And here's why. For one thing, your floors, when wax-protected, have a rich, mellow beauty that sets off your furnishings to full advantage. Then Johnson's Wax brings out the beautiful natural grain of things like tabletops and gives them a truly gorgeous, sunshiny luster. Furniture glows and sparkles handsomely. Leather articles and picture frames have that rich, tasteful, well-preserved look. In fact, when wax polished with Johnson's Wax, your whole house shines and sparkles as it never sparkled before, protected against dirt, wear, and spilled things. I hope you'll try it. You'll be really pleased if you do. Genuine Johnson's Wax, liquid, paste, or cream. Valentine's Day is come and gone. Lincoln and Washington have had their birthdays. In fact, it might as well be spring, which is about the time the Squire of Wistful Vista starts writing his Christmas thank you notes, urged on by his conscience, otherwise known as Mrs. McGee. And here, about to start the job, we find Fibber, McGee, and Molly.
Now, the first note you ought to write, dearie, is the
I
one...
haven't got to that yet. I got to write a check first.
Whom to?
The Elks Club, $5.
Heavenly days, have you ripped the billiard table cloth again?
Nope, the caretaker's got to have appendicitis operation and can't afford it, so all the members are chipping in $5 apiece.
Oh, well, that's very nice, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Say, is the caretaker that big fat man named Joe?
Yeah, that's the fellow, Charlie. Doc Gamble's going to do the operation.
I never knew Dr. Gamble to wait till somebody had enough money before he'd operate.
Oh, Doc don't care, but the boys at the club say they hate to see a pot opened without a few chips on the table. Now, let me see. Where's my... Uh-oh.
What's the matter?
Can't find my fountain pen. You see my fountain pen? The one with a solid gold point onto it?
No, I haven't, Pet. You had it yesterday, though.
My gosh, I'd hate to lose that fountain pen. Fred Nittany gave me that pen.
Who?
Fred Nittany. You've heard me speak of Fred Nittany from Starved Rock, Illinois. He's the guy that I and he used to have a vaudeville act together in vaudeville.
Oh, sure. That Fred Nittany.
Mm-hmm.
Did he give you the pen for Christmas?
No, he gave me that pen in 1922. We signed our first contract with that pen.
Oh, with the Orpheum Circuit?
No, just with each other. I promised I wouldn't sneeze while he was juggling, and he promised not to mug while I was singing Give the Baby a Lacing, Mother. He just threw another shoe. That was one of my...
Come in.
Hello there, kids. How's everything?
Oh, hello, old-timer. Everything's fine, thank you.
Yeah, except I seem to have lost a very valuable fountain pen.
Lost a what, Johnny?
I lost a
fountain pen, eh? That's too bad. I'd like to take mine, but I haven't got one.
Well, this pen of mine has got a lot of sentimental value to me, old-timer. My old vaudeville partner gave me it.
Your old what, Johnny?
My old...
Gee willikers, were you in vaudeville, Johnny? So was I.
Well, were you really, old-timer? What kind of an act did you have?
Magic, daughter. Used to saw a lady in half, but I couldn't stand it very long.
Why not?
Hey!
I says, why couldn't
Well, sir, every time I'd see my assistant off stage, he'd kind of laugh and say, who was that lady I sawed with you last night? I got so sick of that joke, I give up the act and joined the CBs. That was right after Pearl Harbor.
You mean Pearl Harbor?
No, Pearl Harbor, daughter. She was the girl I sawed in half. She took on so much weight it stretched my act 10 minutes, sawing her in two.
I had a song and dance act myself, old-timer.
Yeah. The only way I can get my husband to dance even now is to pay him for it.
That's pretty good, daughter, but that ain't the way I heard it. The way I heard it, one feller says to his doctor, say, he says, every time I eat strawberries, my skin breaks out. Can you cure me? I don't know, says the doctor. I hate to make any rash promises. Well, I hope you find your pen, Johnny.
McGee, where'd you use your fountain pen last?
I know I had it yesterday when I was making out my income tax. Hey, what was I wearing yesterday?
Let me see. Your blue serge suit.
I was?
Yeah.
Oh, well, my gosh, all I got to do is run upstairs and look in the vest pocket.
No, McGee.
Huh?
Your blue serge suit went to the cleaner this morning.
What? With my fountain pen in it?
Yeah.
Didn't you go through the pockets before you sent it?
Well, Natch, I always do. But I didn't see anything of your fountain pen. May have slipped down through the lining, though.
Doggone those cleaners anyway. Deliberately walking out of here with my blue serge suit with my fountain pen in it. That's practically burglary. That's what it is. That's stealing.
Oh, for goodness sakes, now, if they find it, they'll return it. They're very reliable people.
Well, they better find it. That's all I got to say. Walking into people's houses like that and practically stealing people's valuable gold-pointed fountain pens that Fred Nittany gave them. If that's the way people are running their business nowadays, I'm glad I'm not living 100 years from now if it gets any worse.
Now, nonsense, dear. You're making a big fuss about nothing. You fly off the handle like a 30-cent hammer.
I'm going to fly down to that cleaning place and make them return my fountain pen. Get your hat and coat, baby.
I'll just do that little thing, McGee. Even if you don't find your fountain pen, the fresh air will cool you off a little.
Yeah.
Now, you lock up the house whilst I get my...
Okay, betcha. Make it snappy. There goes a good kid. How she ever puts up with these nasty moods of mine, I'll never know. Except that she knows they never last more than a half hour. Once a week. Usually Tuesdays. But even so, Come in.
Hi, mister.
Oh, hello there, Teeny. State your business briefly now, sis, because I'm very busy right now. I got to get downtown.
Oh, well, gee, mister, I didn't come over here because I wanted to. I came because you told me to.
What?
You told me to come over yesterday, remember?
No, I don't.
Well, you did, I betcha.
What were the circumstances?
Well, the circumstances were I saw you in the drugstore, and Mr. Tubes was weighing himself, and you got on the scale with him and divided the weight by 2 so you wouldn't have to pay another penny. And I said you were cheating the drugstore man. You said, don't be nosy, and if I came over today, you'd tell me a story. Those were the circumstances.
Well, I'm sorry, sis. I haven't got time today. Maybe some other time.
Okay, I'll tell. I'll tell everybody. I'll tell the drugstore man and the newspapers, and I'll tell...
Okay. Cut it out. I'll tell you a story.
Thanks, mister. You're awful nice to little children.
Okay. I ever tell you about Myrtle the turtle?
Oh. No.
Well, sir, once upon a time there lived a turtle named Myrtle.
Mm-hmm.
She laid dozens and dozens of eggs, and they all hatched out into little baby turtles, so everybody called her Myrtle the fertile turtle. One day there was a big earthquake, which threw Myrtle over on her back. And when a turtle gets through on its back, it's just simply helpless. Yes, sir. Well, sir, the baby turtles were too dumb to know what to do. They thought Mama was just taking some exercises, so they hung around and watched while she kicked her legs this way and that, jerking and twitching. And she made so much commotion that some turtle hunters saw her and grabbed her and all the young turtles and sold them all to a restaurant, and they all wound up as turtle soup. And you know what that all goes to prove, sis?
Sure I do, I betcha.
What?
Just because you're upset about something, you don't have to get everybody else in a stew.
Right.
Billy Mills and the orchestra and 3 little words.
I got the house all locked up. Let's get down to that dry cleaner's. I'm going to read them fountain pen stealers a riot act. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if they'd planned this whole thing. Just waiting for a chance to get my gold-pointed fountain pen.
I'll bet you're right, McGee.
Betcha.
Yes, sir. I'll bet they invested $50,000 in that dry cleaning plant 19 years ago with the very idea in mind of someday getting a hold of your $5 fountain pen.
Well, that ain't so silly. How about the time I left my wallet in my gray pants with $17 in it? How about that?
Well, how about it? They returned it the next day, didn't they?
Sure they did. And why? Just to keep me from getting suspicious, that's why. If they're out after fountain pens, they ain't going to monkey around with mere money around with mere money. By George,
Looks like we wouldn't be leaving for a minute, McGee. Come in.
Hello, Molly.
Hello there, Dr. Gamble. Come right in.
Thank you. And what are you looking so sour about, persimmon puss?
You'd look sour, too, Aerosmith, if somebody had deliberately stole your solid gold-pointed fountain pen that had been given to you by Fred Nittany from Starved Rock.
Not really stolen, Doctor. He left it in a suit that went to the cleaner, he thinks.
Better be careful of those accusations, Chowderhead. Or one of these days you're going to be the surprised possessor of a slander suit with 2 pairs of pants. Incidentally, who's Fred Nittany, if anybody?
Why, Fred Nittany's his old vaudeville partner, Doctor. He gave McGee the fountain pen years ago.
Vaudeville. Were you in vaudeville, McGee? I used to go to the theater every week when I was a young man going to medical school. I don't remember seeing you.
So what? I don't remember seeing you either. Well, the 15-cent seats were usually so far back.
Oh, I almost forgot, McGee.
Forgot what, Captain Happy?
Are you coming to the board meeting at the Elks tonight? Only 10 or 12 left.
I can't make it, Doc. I'm sorry. You take 6 for me, will you? I'll pay you later.
Okay. Good night, Molly.
Night.
All right.
Take 6 of what for you, McGee? What kind of a board meeting is it?
Punch board. Hey, we got to get down to the dry cleaners, Molly. Every minute we waste is more time for them burglars to hide the evidence. Come on, let's go. By George.
Now, just a minute, McGee. Are you sure you left it in that suit? Have you looked around the house thoroughly?
No, and I don't have to. I always carry that pen in that blue serge suit. On account of it leaks a little, and the blue serge suit don't show it. And furthermore...
Hello, folks. I just thought I'd drop... Oh, you going out?
Down to the dry cleaners, Mr. Wilcox. They have a suit of McGee's in which he thinks he left a valuable to nobody but him fountain pen.
The intrinsic value is of no import. It's the sentimental value, Junior. My old vaudeville partner, Fred Nittany from Starved Rock, Illinois, gave me that pen.
He thinks more of his pen than the government does of Alcatraz, Mr. Wilcox.
You know how sentimental all these old vaudevillians are, Molly. I was an actor once, and I know.
What do you mean, once? You're so hammy right now you use mustard-flavored shaving cream.
Now, McGee.
Well, he's right, Molly. I still have a kind of a yen to go back on the stage. You know, I always wanted to do Romeo.
Do Juliet a favor, Buster, and lay off. You're getting a little broad across the pistol pockets for tights.
Oh, I don't know about that, McGee. I think Mr. Wilcox would be a very handsome Romeo. Do you know the part, Mr. Wilcox?
Oh, sure. As a matter of fact, I just wrote it out for a little entertainment they're putting on tomorrow night for the Johnson Wax salesman. Here, see?
Oh.
Look, Junie, anytime you write Shakespeare for them guys, the stage is going to be hip-deep in Johnson's wax. Enter Lady Macbeth, lower left, with a roll-top desk. That kind of stuff.
Oh, but, McGee, this looks awfully good. Read it, Mr. Wilcox.
Okay, I'll be Romeo. You read Juliet's part.
Oh, my gosh, this is going to set Orson Welles back 20 years.
You be quiet now, McGee. Go ahead, Mr. Wilcox.
Act 2, Scene 2, Capulet's Garden. Enter Romeo.
On a high-wheel bicycle.
Hush, dearie.
Enter Romeo. He jests at scars that never felt a wound.
Juliet appears above that window.
With shotgun.
But soft, what light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun.
Ah, me.
She speaks. What dost thou, fair Juliet?
I dust yon living room, my Romeo. My father, the Capulet, would have a prideful home. So Johnson's wax protects his worldly goods. And I, no slave to household task, make light of labor thus so neatly foiled.
Ain't this awful, folks?
Ah, sweet Juliet, a goodly spouse you'll make, to know that dust and dirt cling not to wax-protected things.
That's Capulet.
Would that our love could be as well preserved.
It can, my Romeo, and gleam as brightly as a Johnson-polished home. This very balcony from which I speak, its wood is shielded from the elements by wax. Where's the rest of this, Romeo? Or Mr. Wilcox?
Well, that's all I had time to do. I'm going to finish it this evening. How do you like it?
If you're asking me, Waxy, I'll settle for Olson and Johnson. Your Shakespeare's as phony as a 6-bit and a rinse.
I thought it was wonderful, Mr. Wilcox. Have you got to go now?
Yeah. I'll see you later, folks.
Whence goest thou, Romeo?
Homeo.
Oh.
My goodness. Isn't he talented, McGee? I think he has a great flair for the theater.
Yeah. If he had any bigger flair, our fire insurance wouldn't be worth a nickel. Hey, what time is it?
It's almost 1:30.
Oh, my gosh. We got to get going, Molly. Them dry cleaners might be closed up and skipping town by this time. Doggone it, we never will get out of here at this rate.
I think there's a power watching over you, dearie, trying to keep you from making a dunce of yourself. Come in. Oh, good afternoon, Mrs. Carstairs. Do come in.
How do you do, my dear? I see you have your coat on. Am I detaining you?
We're just going down to the dry cleaners, Carsty. They stole my fountain pen.
Oh, now, wait a minute, McGee. That's a serious charge to make, you know.
If it was the Wistful Vista dry cleaners, Mr. McGee, I must say I have always found them extremely meticulous.
Aha, you hear that, Molly? Even Carsty says they're meticulous. I knew it. I had a feeling
Meticulous, dearie, meticulous means careful.
Huh? Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Is that what you meant, Carsty?
Yes, Mr. McGee.
Oh.
Mr. Carstairs has left jewelry in his pockets many, many times, and the cleaners have always returned it immediately. He's so absent-minded, you know.
Is he really, Millicent?
Oh, yes, indeed, my dear. Why, just last night as we were coming home in a taxicab from a rather gay party, he leaned over to me and said, "Remember now, not a word of this to my wife."
What did you say, Carsty?
Oh, I said, "Of course not, dear, but you better get out a block or two from the house." And he did.
Oh, it must be a little disturbing to be married to a man like him, Millicent.
Oh, he's quite harmless, Mrs. McGee. One can't dislike a beagle merely because he thinks he's a wolf. Oh, which reminds me, my dear, will you go to the dog show with me Friday afternoon?
Sure she will, Carsty, and so will I.
You, how nice.
I just love dog shows, Millicent. Is your dog in the show?
Yes, she is, and I hope she goes through with it this year.
Why? What happened last year, Carsty?
At the last minute, she scratched herself.
Oh, sure.
Well, I do hope you find your pen, Mr. McGee. Good day.
And here are the King's Men with Onesie Twosie.
You'd never think arithmetic was something you'd enjoy. But when it's done a certain way, it's fun for every girl and boy. Onesie, twosie, I love you'sie, twosie, threesie, you kiss me'sie, threesie, foursy, kiss some moresy, let's go counting higher. Foursy, fivesy, man alivesy, fivesy, sixy, hug me quicksy, sixy, sevensy, this is heavensy, my heart's on a flyer. Keep the numbers going till the song is done. Love will keep on growing and we'll have lots of fun. Sevensy, eightsy, you're my datesy, eightsy, ninesy, ain't this finesy, ninesy, tensy, start againsy, onesie, twosie, I love you'sy. Oh, you gotta count onesie, twosie, 'cause I'm choosy, I'll kiss you, see, twosie, threesy, it's so easy, you kiss me, see, threesy, foursy, I adoresy, kiss some more, see, why don't we count a little higher? Foursy, fivesy, kinda jivesy, ain't it livesy, fivesy, sixy, nothing tricksy, hug me quick, see, sixy, sevensy, how it sends me, this is heavensy, my heart is slowly catching fire. Keep the numbers going till the song is done. Love will keep on growing and we'll have lots of fun. Sevensy, eightsy, you're my datesy, this is crazy. Eightsy, ninety, so refinesy, you are minesy. Ninety, tensy, ain't no endsy, start againsy, what a frenzy. And all because I love you.
Where's the dry cleaning place, McGee?
Next block, Oak Street, near 14th. And you see those green lamps in the middle of the block there?
Yes, what's that?
Police station. If these fountain pen thieves don't pony over my gold-pointed fountain pen immediately or sooner, I'm going to swear out a warrant that'll
Hold it, McGee. Here comes Mr. Wimple.
Huh? Who? Oh, hi, Wimp, old man.
Hello, folks.
Out for a little walk, Mr. Wimple?
Yes, I'm just seeking inspiration, Mrs. McGee. I find that walking helps me think.
Inspiration for what, Wimp?
Poetry, Mr. McGee.
Oh.
I have an order for some greeting cards, and I have to write them tonight. I think I have a good one for Mother's Day.
Oh, I'd love to hear it, Mr. Wimple. How does it go?
It goes, Mama, dear Mama, this is your day. So drop your work, come out and play. Hear the children sing good wishes. Then go back and do the dishes.
That's more truth than poetry, Wimp. Not that it's much of either one.
Have you any others, Mr. Wimple?
Well, I was working on one for a friend that's sick in the hospital. Sort of a sympathy card.
Oh, I bet this one will have him in stitches. Read it, Wimp.
It goes, to a friend who is sick. I'm sorry you are sick, my friend. I'm sorry you are ill. In a place where they wake you up at 4 to give you a sleeping pill. I hope you have a lovely nurse to help when fever starts to boin you. And if you have, move over, kid, 'cause I'll be right down there to join you. Well, I'll see you later, folks.
Well, here's the dry cleaning place, Molly. Now, you let me do the talking.
No, I know better than to try and stop you, dearie. But now be reasonable.
What do you mean, be reasonable? With guys that deliberately stole my fountain pen? Come on.
Yes, sir? What can I do for you, sir?
You picked up a blue serge suit at my house this morning, Bud.
Yes?
And my husband thinks he left his fountain pen in it.
I know darn well I left my fountain pen in it. I always have my pen in that blue serge suit. Now, look, Buster, I want that fountain pen back, or by George...
Oh, now, just a moment, sir. Give us a chance to investigate. I can tell you immediately if your pen has been found. What was the name, please?
Parker.
Your address, Mrs. Parker?
The name is McGee, Bud.
Oh, well, which of you is making the complaint? Mr. McGee or Mrs. Parker?
I am Mrs. McGee. The pen's name was Parker.
It was a solid, gold-pointed, kind of greenish pen that was given to me by a Fred Nittany from Starved Rock, Illinois. Old partner of mine in vaudeville.
Actors. Do you have an address?
79 Wistful Vista.
Oh, yes, I remember. You've been our customers for many years. Of course, that would be Driver Krylebean, Route 3. Oh, Miss Fregelhorn,
Yes, Mr. Houghton-Trout.
was there a fountain pen in a suit from 79 Wistful Vista, Route 3?
No, Mr. Houghton-Trout. 2 papers of matches, some pool chalk, a nail file, a rabbit's foot, and a ticket stub for the World Series of 1932. They're in the mail.
Thank you, Miss Fregelhorn. No, I'm sorry, Mr. McGee,
But you ain't half as sorry as you're going to be. By George, when a man trusts a business institution like this to be honest, and then has him walk out with a solid gold-pointed fountain pen that was given to him by Fred Nittany...
Now, wait a minute, McGee.
I'm sure, Mr. McGee.
You're sure. You ain't as sure as I am, Buster. I'll bet you got that whole back room there stacked to the ceiling with stolen fountain pens. Deliberately walking into people's homes and taking suits full of fountain pens. That's larceny, Bud. And by George...
May I ask one question, Mr. McGee?
Certainly, Mr. Houghton-Trout.
And make it snappy, Bud. One question. What is it?
How would you like a good poke in the nose?
Oh, my goodness.
Oh. Not only a burglar, but a tough guy, eh? Come out from behind that counter, Buster, and I'll fix you up a knuckle sandwich. Nobody can talk to me like...
No, stop it, both of you. Mr. Houghton-Trout, what is the procedure when somebody thinks you have something and you think you haven't?
The proper procedure is to make out a claim blank.
Well, give us one, please.
Certainly. Here you are.
I don't want to make out a claim. I want to bust this fresh guy right in the beezer.
Fill it out, dearie.
Well, okay. Where's the pencil?
They have to be filled out in ink, Mr. McGee. Here, use my pen.
I don't want any favors from you, Si. I'll use my own pen. Now then. Name and address. Describe the lost article. Approximate value.
McGee?
Huh?
Where'd you get that pen you're using?
This pen? Well, this was given to me by Fred Nittany from Starved Rock. Well, imagine that, writing this code all the time.
Go on, apologize to Mr. Houghton-Trout, dearie.
Sure. I'm sorry, Houghton-Trout, old man.
Quite all right, Mr. McGee. Shall I tear up the claim blank?
Oh, no, I might as well finish it out. Bound to lose this pen sometime. Now then, state the circumstances under which the article...
Oh, this is ridiculous.
The next time you tune in Fibber, McGee, and Molly, the not-so-merry month of March will be here. How is March around your particular part of the world? Quite probably a little on the wet side. And you know what that means? More mud and dirt tracked into your nice, clean kitchen and hallways. Well, this March, why don't you save yourself a lot of work and worry by using Glow Coat on your linoleum? No matter how much mud is tracked in, you can have a sparkling, clean floor in a jiffy with Johnson's Glow Coat. Just wipe up with a damp cloth, and it shines like new again. It's no trouble at all to Glow Coat linoleum, of course. Just spread it around on the floor and let it dry. Glow Coat shines itself, does all the work. In 20 minutes, your floors are wax polished and beautifully shining, never streaked or uneven. You'll be glad to know that the tough film of Glow Coat protects your linoleum, too, against dirt, wear, and spilled things. That means its bright colors and attractive patterns will stay new-looking far longer. Why not have your linoleum ready for bad weather by using Johnson's self-polishing Glow Coat?
I'm glad to see you've calmed down, McGee.
Yep. Just sitting here exercising my rights as an American citizen. With my old mandolin. I'm a one-man music union.
Meaning what?
I mean, nobody can interfere with my lawful right to peacefully picket.
Oh, dear. Good night, all.
This is Harlow Wilcox speaking for the makers of Johnson's Wax Products for Home and Industry, inviting you to be with us again next Tuesday night. Good night.
This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.
The Johnson Wax Program. The makers of Johnson's Wax Products for Home and Industry present the Fibber, McGee, and Molly Show, consisting of Bill Thompson, Gail Gordon, B. Benaderet, Arthur Q. Bryan, and I'm Harlow Wilcox. Molly, we regret to say, being absent this week, a flu victim. The script is by Don Quinn and Phil Leslie, and the music by the King's Men and Billy Mills Orchestra. What's the most difficult part of your home to keep clean? Isn't it your kitchen floor? Every time you have it looking nice, somebody tracks it up or you spill something or the children bring in mud. But if you know the secret, it's really quite easy to have a kitchen floor that's clean and shining all the time. Just get some Johnson's Glow Coat, and in no time at all, you'll have a kitchen floor that fairly sparkles. There's no rubbing or buffing with Glow Coat. Just spread it around on the linoleum and let it dry. That's all there is to it. All you do is come back in 20 minutes to find your floor polished and gleaming, never streaked or uneven. Next time someone tracks in mud or you spill something, just wipe the floor with a damp cloth, and it'll shine like new again. Apart from this handsome wax-polished beauty, you'll know, too, that your attractive linoleum is wax-protected by that tough film of Glow Coat so that it will retain its bright colors and pattern and newness far longer. Try it. Be sure to ask for Johnson's self-polishing Glow Coat. When a man persists in walking through the snow and slush with no overshoes, when he goes out into the sub-zero morning to get the mail in his bathrobe, when he runs around his cold bedroom floor with bare feet, what inevitably happens? That's right, his wife gets the flu. That's why the doctor is at 79 Wistful Vista, the home of Fibber, McGee, and Molly.
How is she, Doc, huh? How is she, Doc, huh? Is she all right, Doc?
Oh, be quiet, you little fuss budget. Huh? Molly has a light case of flu, that's all. Oh. She has all the medicine she needs, and the balance of my prescription consists of at least 24 hours rest in bed.
Okay, Doc, okay. I'll see that she gets it, and I'll make her some hot lemonade every half hour. I'll keep reminding her to take her medicine. I'll take her temperature.
That's exactly what I was afraid of. Leave the woman alone. Go away and hide. Lose yourself.
Yeah, but what if she needs
something? If she
needs
anything, Mrs. Carstairs will see that she gets it.
Carsty, is she coming over?
Yes, she did a great deal of nursing during the war. And when I'm short of nurses, she helps me out.
Oh.
Incidentally, you don't look very well yourself. Get your bay window caught in a waffle iron or something?
No, I ate something last night that didn't agree with me.
What?
Oh, just a little sandwich I fixed up about midnight. Fried egg, bologna, Bermuda onion, cream cheese, and mustard pickles.
Oh, fine. Rigor mortis on rye bread.
No, whole wheat.
Well, how did you sleep?
Like a log.
You don't say.
Yep. Like a log was laying across my stomach.
My boy, you have interior arrangements that would make a 40-ton drill press look like it was made of sponge cake. In all my weary years of practicing medicine, I never...
Oh, that must be Carsty now. Come in.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Carstairs. Nice of you to come over.
I'm very glad to help Mrs. McGee out, Doctor. And good evening, Mr. McGee.
Hi, Carsty. I sure appreciate this. I hope it ain't interfering with any social engagement. Hey, your fur coat's all rained on. Here, let me hang it up before it gets ruined.
Rain won't hurt it, McGee.
Of course not. To quote an old joke, did you ever see a mink carrying an umbrella? Have you any instructions for me, Doctor, or any suggestions?
Well, they're all written out on the hall table upstairs, Mrs. Carstairs. You know the usual routine. Keep her warm and quiet, and feed her lightly.
Yeah, just let me know when you want something cooked up for her, Carsty, like milk toast or hot coffee.
Look, bird brain, I'm going to take you out of here. You're going downtown and have dinner with me.
Yeah, but, Doc, suppose she needs me for something.
The only thing she needs right now is a little less confusion. Confusion spelled M-C-G-E-E.
I shall prepare anything she wants, Mr. McGee. Just set your mind at rest.
What, you mean you can cook, Carsty?
My dear Mr. McGee, when I first met Mr. Carstairs, I was slinging hash in a... I was dietitian in a Greek restaurant. Oh, my goodness. I better take a look at my patient. Don't worry about a thing, Mr. McGee.
Come on, McGee, get your leggings and mittens on. We'll go downtown and kick a few calories around.
Oh, gee, Doc, I don't think I ought to. I ought to stay here
Get your coat and stop arguing, Noisy, or they'll find your body in a snowdrift strangled with a stethoscope.
Okay. Where'll we go?
We might try that new place on Oak Street, Joe's Gravy Bowl.
You ever eat there?
No, but my office nurse told me she had.
She like it?
No, but she said she ate there under unfortunate circumstances.
What unfortunate circumstances?
She was hungry. Come on, McGee. Quit stalling. I've got to have dinner and get back to the hospital so I can...
Oh, for the love. Come in.
Hello there, kids. Hiya, Doc. Where's daughter, Johnny?
She's got the flu upstairs, old-timer. And lower your voice about 40 decibels. You sound like the mating call of a sea lion.
Okay, fellas. Sorry to hear about the kid. Anything I can do?
No thanks, old-timer. Not a thing. Hey, we're having dinner at Joe's Gravy Bowl. You know anything about it?
Hey!
Do you know anything about
Joe's Gravy Bowl, eh? I know one of the waitresses down there, Lily Dugan.
Yeah?
Fine girl. Maybe you've seen her in there. Tall, red-headed kid with half your coffee in the saucer.
We never ate there, old-timer.
How's the food?
Hey!
I said...
Not bad, Johnny. Not bad at all. Ask for their T-bone steak smothered in mushrooms with sauce bordelaise. You don't get it, but it's fun to watch their face when you ask for it.
Would you care to join us for dinner, old-timer? We'll flip a coin, odd man for the check.
Sorry, Sawbones. I'd like to join you, but I got a date to go horseback riding with my girl, Bessie.
Horseback riding?
On a night like this?
Hey!
You mean to say you
yeah,
go...
on the merry-go-round down at the stadium. Yep, I got a dandy little mare down there, one with glass eye. 3-gated. Up, down, and wobble. This is our last time. Bessie's getting bow-legged.
Did she say so?
No, but the pleats in her skirt are beginning to open up.
I had a horse once that could talk, old-timer.
Hey!
He said he had a horse...
talking horse, eh? Hey, that's wonderful, Johnny. What'd you do with him?
I sold him. He was an Arabian horse, and nobody understood Arabian.
That's pretty good, Johnny. But that ain't the way I heard it. The way I heard it, one feller says to t'other feller, he says, I see where we might be able to travel to the moon one of these days. What do you mean, one of these days, says t'other feller. My sister's already been there. No, says the first feller. Yep, says t'other feller. Got a picture of her sitting in it. Took at Coney Island. Well, I hope daughter feels better, Johnny.
Billy Mills and the orchestra, and I Can't Begin to Tell.
Now, come on, Doc. Move those fat little legs of yours, will you? It's starting to rain hard.
Yeah, it's too bad they can't have a little of this rain out west where the soil is blowing away.
Yeah, my gosh. Half an hour of this rain right now would do them more good in 5 minutes than a month of it would do in a week at any other time.
How was that again, Pivot Tooth?
I says a half an hour of this rain would do them more... Oh, hey, there's Latrivia. Hi, Latrivia.
Hello, McGee. Oh, good evening, Doctor.
Evening, Mr. Mayor. Better step into this doorway out of the rain.
Yeah.
That's it.
Let me in there, too. Yeah.
You know, Mr. Mayor, I like to be present when you get over pneumonia, not while you acquire it.
After a few years in the Coast Guard, Doctor, dry clothing seems a trifle effeminate. McGee, where's Molly?
She got bit by the flu bug, Latrivia. I had to get Doc out of the house so she'd get well quicker.
And little Gabby here is not what you might call a soothing influence to the ailing, Mr. Mayor. He was yammering around the house like a Southern senator reading corset ads into the Congressional Record. So I'm taking him to Joe's Gravy Bowl for dinner.
You ever eat there, Latrivia?
As a matter of fact, McGee, I just came from there.
What'd you have to eat?
Sand dabs.
Sand dabs?
Yes, that's fish with little dabs of sand in them.
Well, if that's such a bad place to eat, why don't you go someplace else?
Well, I eat there for old time's sake, McGee. I went to college with the owner. As a matter of fact, we both played in the school band.
What did you play, Mr. Mayor?
I played a tuba.
Tuba what?
It wasn't a tube of anything. It was a musical instrument.
Oh, that's pretty ingenious, Latrivia. What'd you do, hold your finger over the end and squeeze it? I knew a guy could play an air hose at the filling station like it was a bagpipe. He used to
I'm
sit there
afraid I didn't make myself clear, McGee. I played the tuba. Don't you know what a tuba is?
That all depends on what. It's a tuba.
Hat up, boy, Doc. Get in there and pitch.
I tell you, it was not a tube of anything. It was a tuba. T-U-B-A. Tuba.
Well, we're being a little silly, McGee. You know what a tibia is. That's the inner and larger bone of your leg.
Oh, sure, tubia. I used to play it.
I did not say tibia. I said tuba. It's a wind instrument, as I'm sure everyone in the world but you two gentlemen knows.
Wind instrument, eh? What'd you do, hollow out the bone, kind of like a primitive flute? Gee, that must have been fun.
It was not a bone, I tell you. It was brass.
Oh, now, you know better than that, Mr. Mayor. Nobody ever had a brass tibia.
I didn't say anybody had a brass tibia, a tubular, a brassica. Listen, I said I played a tuba.
But you didn't say a tuba what?
Of course I didn't! A tuba doesn't have to be a what or a tibular. I mean to say that a wind instrument, a brass tibia, a tuba, it's a thing that... Every orchestra has a brassica tibia. Tibia. McGee? Doctor?
Yes, Your Honor?
Yes?
Do you like to play baseball?
I love it, Latrivia.
So do I, Mr. Mayor.
Then I think I'll write a letter to Cleveland tomorrow. I think you should both be given back to the Indians.
Well, how was I, McGee?
Oh, you were great, Doc. Molly would have been proud of you.
You better not overdo it with him, though.
Huh?
Not with his blood pressure. He'll blow up like a bubble dancer's balloon at a Legion stag. Hey, is this the restaurant, McGee?
Looks like it, Doc. Yeah, this is it.
It's crowded, isn't it, huh?
Yeah, that don't mean anything these days, Doc. These days, you put a camp in a snake pit, and people would stand in line 3 deep to get a plate of French fried heartburn at $3 a spasm. Hey, Bud, how about a table for 2?
I'm sorry, sir. There was just a few moments' wait. Did you have a reservation?
No, we didn't. We couldn't find your name in the phone book.
I know. I have an unlisted number, sir. Keeps out the riffraff. I'll seat you very shortly.
Well, not a bad-looking joint, is it? Clean, at least. Maybe they...
Oh, look, McGee, there's Wilcox.
Well, it can't be so bad if he eats here. Hi, Junior.
Hello, pal. Hello, Doc. Where's Molly?
Home with the flu, my boy. Getting Egghead here out from underfoot was part of my prescription.
You just finishing eating, Junior? What'd you order?
Well, I ordered eggs stuffed with caviar for an appetizer.
Uh-huh.
Then a cup of puree de Mongol julienne, a mixed green salad with Roquefort dressing, baked mountain trout with almond sauce, a side order of French fried zucchini, baked Alaska, and a demi-tasse.
You got all that stuff?
No, that's what I ordered. I got a club sandwich and a glass of milk.
How was the club sandwich?
Great, great. I could even taste the clubs. I think they'd been used by the Keystone Cops.
I take it you haven't got a very high regard for this Joint Junior. Maybe we should do the one about the Coast Guard now. But what do you eat here for, Junior, if it's so bad?
Lower your voice, pal. The proprietor buys a lot of glow coat from me.
Oh.
Have you been out in the kitchen?
No, we haven't, Junior. Is it pretty awful?
No, it's awful pretty.
Oh.
Immaculate. The linoleum shines like a mirror. You know how easily spilled things are wiped off of Johnson's glow-coated linoleum.
Oh, yes, I know how that is.
Well, these people keep the place so clean that you could even operate out there, Doc.
Well, if somebody will give me a knife and a pork chop, I'd like to operate in here.
The owner told me that even with the wear and tear on a busy restaurant kitchen like this, the linoleum lasts a lot longer and looks infinitely better when he protects it with glow coat.
Yes, but
He says that with the help shortage and all, they can't spend all day scrubbing kitchen floors.
Well, that's
But
all
with
right.
glow coat so easy to use and requiring no rubbing or buffing, it's a cinch.
Yeah,
You
but-
just pour it out, spread it around, and in 20 minutes or less...
Yeah, but what that got to do with
That's why I don't want you fellows to criticize too loudly. He's doing the best he can under difficulties.
Oh, yeah.
And personally, I'd rather eat bad cooking from a clean kitchen than fine food from a messy one. Say, incidentally, what did you order?
We haven't ordered anything yet, Waxy. So far, we've been given the brush like a couple of bad boys on Papa's knee.
What do you recommend, son?
I don't recommend anything, Doc. I was just going to say that if you try the Swiss steak, you'll understand why the Swiss are always neutral. That would take the fight out of anybody. So long now.
Let's go someplace else, Doc. Gee whiz, if they don't want to...
I have a nice table for you now, gentlemen. Right this way, please. Will this table be satisfactory?
It will be if you put something on it to eat.
This place is a little run down, ain't it, Bud? No ketchup on the table.
Your waitress will get you some if you wish, sir. Susie, table 12. Here are the menus, gentlemen.
Thank you. Tell me, what is the chef's specialty?
Drinking lemon extract, sir. But if you have any difficulty, please call me.
Well, seems to be a pretty good choice of stuff, Doc. Country fried chicken looks good to me.
It's scratched off my menu.
Oh.
How about the roast beef?
Roast beef is scratched off my menu.
Well, we might try the lobster thermidor.
That's scratched off my menu. How about the turkey curry?
That's off mine. Lamb chops?
Off mine. Liver and bacon?
Off. Pork?
Off.
What else is there?
The only thing left that ain't scratched off either one of our menus is this here closed all day Monday. I think I'll have that on whole wheat.
Oh, they must have a few things.
Okay, folks, I'm your waitress. What did yous want?
What do you got?
I asked you first. Let's play fair.
My peristalsis has slowed up so much by now it would take me 5 minutes to hiccup. What's ready, Susie?
The hard rolls is nice.
Look, sis, we didn't come all the way down here to dine off on hard rolls. How's the minute steak?
Well named. The minute you eat it, you wish you hadn't.
We don't want to be fussy, Susie, but what can you recommend?
Sir, I do not wish to seem unloyal to my employer, but there's a hamburger stand 2 blocks north of here.
Come on, sis. Surely you must have something fit to eat in here. What are all these other people eating?
Well, let me see, mister. Those 4 men at the next table, they're gamblers.
Mm-hmm.
They're having the chicken croquettes.
How about the 2 ladies at the third table there?
That's the boss's wife and his sister. They're having sliced ham and potato salad.
Oh, that ain't much of a dish for a cold night like this, sis, but I'll have that.
I'll ask them if they can spare you some. They brung theirs with them.
Look, Susie, knowing what you know, and I'll bet it's plenty, what would you suggest we eat?
Omelets.
Okay, that'll do it. 2 omelets. Okay, Doc?
Okay.
2 eggs or 3 eggs.
Does it matter?
Well,
With 3 eggs, you got another 33 and a third chance to get a tired one. Why push your luck?
Okay. 2 eggs then, and lots of fried potatoes and ketchup.
Coffee now or later.
I'll have mine now.
Me too.
In here, we call that a suicide pact. Okay, gents, just write the names of your nearest relatives on the tablecloth, and I'll take care of everything.
And here are the King's Men to sing Personality.
Mary Smith had a college education. Sally Jones had a scientific streak. Susie Lynn used to lecture on ancient architecture. Josie Green spoke Latin and Greek. Just forgotten girls with forgotten brains. While history explains, when Madame Pompadour was on the ballroom floor, said all the gentlemen obviously, the Madam has the cutest personality. And think of all the books about DuBarry's looks. What was it made her the toast of Paris? She had a well-developed personality. And what did Romeo see in Juliet? Or Piero in Violet? Or Jupiter in Juno? You know. And when Salome danced and had the boys entranced, no doubt it must have been easy to see that she knew how to use her personality. What did Romeo see in Juliet? Or Piero in Violet? Or Jupiter in Juno? You know. And when Salome danced and had the boys entranced, no doubt it must have been easy to see that she knew how to use her personality.
How was your omelet, McGee?
Not bad, Doc. What there was of it. That was a 2-egg omelet, though. They must have used canary eggs.
Mine was a little skimpy, too. I tried to fill up on bread and butter. Wasn't enough butter.
Wasn't enough anything. I never did get any water.
Yeah, I saw you trying to get the waitress's attention.
I've been beckoning to her for so long, I got a Charlie horse in my forefinger. Oh, here she is.
Did you want me, folks?
Yes, give me the check, will you, please?
Oh, it's my check, Doc. You suggested this for Molly's sake, so I'll pay.
All right.
You don't put up much of a fight, do you, Patsy?
On what I've had to eat, I couldn't Indian wrestle Margaret O'Brien. How much is it, Susie?
$4.40, gentlemen. And believe me, it's been a distinct pleasure to have waited on you.
$4.40? Did you hear that, Doc?
Yes, I did. The tablecloth must be by Adrian.
$4.40 for the privilege of sitting here with a bent fork, a dry water glass, and malnutrition. By George...
Calm yourself, blowtorch. Calm yourself. Come on, pay that ransom note and let's get out of this turnip trap.
Let me check it again. Here. Hey, look at this, Doc.
Look at what?
What it says on the back of this check. If you have any criticisms or suggestions for the improvement of our food or service, please notify the manager.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy, hang on to your hat, Doc. Here we go. Hey, manager, come here a minute.
Well, as the man said when they found an elephant in his stateroom, I brought this on myself.
Yes, sir. Did you wish to speak to me?
Indeed I did, Buster. I have a few criticisms and suggestions I'd like to offer as per your request on the dinner check.
That's very kind of you, sir. What are they?
In the first place, why don't you give your patrons a glass of water now and then? What did you do before you ran a restaurant? Herd camels?
You're quite right to complain, sir. I realize that the help we have now is inadequate.
And as long as you're running a restaurant, did it ever occur to you to get some food in the joint?
I know our supplies are inadequate, sir, but if you only know the trouble we have getting meat and butter...
Oh, leave the man alone, Moose Jaw. It isn't entirely his fault.
He asked for suggestions, and he's going to get suggestions. Look, Buster, look at this steak knife. You not only haven't got steaks, but if you had, you couldn't cut the gravy with this thing.
I know, sir, I know. I agree with you completely.
And another
Do
thing.
you mind if I smoke while you burn?
No, go ahead, Doc. And And another thing, Buster, the service. I never waited so long to get waited on in my life. You come in here...
Excuse me, sir. Were you ever in the restaurant business?
No, I wasn't.
Well, you are now, sir.
Huh?
I'm a lot sick of it than you are.
Huh?
If you've only been here two hours and I've been here 2 months, I'm giving the place to you.
Hey, now, wait a minute, Bud. I didn't mean to...
Attention, please. Patrons of Joe's Gravy Bowl.
No.
This establishment has just been changed. Your new proprietor is Mr. What's your name, sir?
Patsy McGee.
Your new proprietor, Mr. Patsy McGee.
No.
Thank you and goodbye forever.
Well, now that you're the owner, McGee, I have a few suggestions to make you... grab a sugar bowl, McGee. Here they come.
What the... Oh, how did... Who's the...
Look here, mister. I found a nail in my spade.
Hey, do you call this library paste mashed potatoes, brother? I've got a good note.
Oh, now, just a minute, folks.
I want to go to war. Hey, where's my Welsh rabbit?
Oh, this is ridiculous.
A poet once wrote, "A thing of beauty is a joy forever. Its loveliness increases." Well, since that was written over 100 years ago, obviously the poet wasn't thinking of Johnson's wax because it wasn't even made then. But it occurred to me how well those words do apply to this wonderful wax. Certainly, with their lovely luster and gleaming polish, waxed floors, furniture, and woodwork are things of beauty, a joy to you and your family and everyone who sees them. And with every application of Johnson's wax, their loveliness does increase. In addition to all this extra shining beauty, Johnson waxed surfaces are easier to keep clean, too. Dust and dirt don't cling readily to their satin smoothness, so you save yourself lots of work. And because a coating of Johnson's wax provides protection, you save the lovely things in your home from undue wear and tear. If you haven't a can of genuine Johnson's wax in your home, why not put it on your shopping list right now?
Ladies and gentlemen, between Pearl Harbor and VJ Day, there were more than 355,000 people killed, 1.25 million permanently disabled, and nearly 35 million injured. On the battlefronts? No. Right here at home. By accidents. That's a pretty shameful figure when you realize that from 50 to 90% of them were due to sheer carelessness. So during these days of worn tires, faulty brakes, and general readjustment, be extra careful. Take a little more time. Take a little more care. Take a lot fewer lives. Thank you, and I'm sure Molly will be back with us next week. Good night.
This is Harlow Wilcox, speaking for the makers of Johnson's Wax Products for Home and Industry, inviting you to be with us again next Tuesday night. Good night.
This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.
The Johnson Wax Program with Fibber, McGee, and Molly. The makers of Johnson's Wax Products for Home and Industry present Fibber, McGee, and Molly. Histrionically helped by Bill Thompson, Gail Gordon, B. Benaderet, Arthur Q. Bryan, Jimmy Jordan, and the man with the stuff that polishes your things, me, Harlow Wilcox. The scripts can be blamed on Don Quinn and Phil Leslie, and the music department is managed by the King's Men and Billy Mills and his all-boy-but-one orchestra. Millions of housewives know that Johnson's Wax is unbeatable for beautifying your floors. But I have heard that in some homes, Johnson's Wax is used on the floors only. Well, what about the rest of your home? Perhaps you have a table you're especially proud of. Try waxing that, too. You'll be delighted to see how much more handsome it looks, how it glows with a smooth, satiny sheen, how the wax brings out the beautiful, natural grain. Notice how even the very first protective coat of Johnson's Wax on your radio cabinet, your sideboard, your ornaments and picture frames gives them a wonderful richness, a mellow glow that adds immeasurably to their beauty. You'll find, of course, that these things grow even lovelier with each wax application. They become better and better protected, too, against dirt, wear, and spill things. So, by all means, Johnson wax your floors for greater beauty and protection, but also make the rest of your home sparkling clean and beautiful with Johnson's Wax, paste, liquid, or cream. It's all very well for a man to laugh at the stuffed cuff, the draped shape, and the replete. But when he begins to look like he'd dressed himself out of the war relief clothing barrel at the firehouse, it's time something was said about it, according to Mrs. McGee of Fibber, McGee and Molly.
What's the matter with the way I dress, Molly?
Well, frankly, Pet, it's that tired old suit. Who made it, George Pullman?
What do you mean, George Pullman?
Looks like it had been slept in. That blue serge monstrosity has more bags in it than the Grand Central checkbook. The seat and elbows glare like an acre of broken bottles. When the fabric is so thin, it takes you 10 minutes to sit down.
Oh, dear.
And it fits like it had been made for a jockey and let out for Paul Whiteman.
Oh, it isn't so bad, Mommy. A blue serge suit always lasts a long time because they pick up so much lint. I've had as much wear out of the lint as I have out of the suit.
Well, now, you simply got to buy a new one, McGee.
Oh, Molly, you know how I
And
hate
that's
to
why I called this tailor. He said he'd be over with some samples.
I still say that this... Who said who'd be over with what samples?
The tailor. He just opened a new shop next to the Bonton, and you need a new suit right now.
Oh, for the love of
I'm
my
simply tired of walking around with a man whose suit looks like the back wall of a headlight.
Oh.
And this Mr. Gussett.
Who?
Mr. Gussett, the tailor. He said... Oh, I'll bet that's him right now. Come in.
Is this the residence of the McGee? Oh, hello there, Miss McGee.
Good day, Mr. Gussett. McGee, this is Mr. Gussett. This is the husband I was telling you about, Mr. Gussett.
Now, look here, you two. I don't know what you've cooked up between you, but if you think I'm going to be jockeyed into buying a new suit that I don't want and don't need, by George,
Amazing. That's what it is. Amazing.
What's amazing, Mr. Gussett?
The resemblance, Mrs. McGee. He has shoulders exactly like Herbert Marshall. Oh, it's going to be a distinct pleasure to fit him.
Flattery will get you no place, bud. This whole thing is a frame-up, and I won't be... Herbert Marshall is taller than I am, ain't he?
Yes, slightly, Mr. McGee, but actual height is not important. It's the build that counts. You know, the athletic type, the military posture, broad shoulders tapering down to slim hips.
Who are we talking about now?
At a guess, Mr. McGee, I'd say you'd been, well, a colonel, military intelligence.
That's kind of hush-hush, bud. But let's see your samples, Gussett, old man. What have you got?
I'll tell you what. Suppose I look over your entire wardrobe, Mr. McGee, and then I can tell you better what you need.
That's a good idea, bud. Take a good look at it.
Is it upstairs?
No, it's right here. He's wearing it.
What?
He never worried much about his clothes, Mr. Gussett. Just as long as he can keep warm in the winter and not get arrested in the summer, he's content.
Well, then, I would suggest a good tweed suit, Mrs. McGee. You could wear the jacket with odd trousers for informal occasions.
Good idea, Gus. Have I got some odd trousers, Molly?
Odd is hardly the word, dear. Terrifying would be more accurate. Why, those green flannels you wear to take out the ashes are...
How about this sample right here, Mr. McGee? This is a genuine English tweed. I'd make it up in a single-breasted patch-pocketed style. Splendid utility garment.
We'll take that.
Hey, now, wait a minute. I can make my own selections. I ain't going to be railroaded into something that
I understand that it's Mr. Herbert Marshall's favorite material.
But he's taller, you said.
He also said the height wasn't important, Molly. It's the build that counts. You heard him say that. I'll take this one, bud. You don't think Herbert Marshall will mind?
I won't mention it to him, Mr. McGee. Besides, I'm sure you and he never attend the same... But now for the measurements. Let's see, where is my tape measure anyway? Oh, yes, here we are. Now, let's see. Chest, 35. Take a deep breath, please, Mr. McGee. Chest expanded. 35. Very interesting. Waist, 41. Take another deep breath, please, Mr. McGee. Waist expanded, 46.
Deep breather, aren't you, Mr. McGee? Yeah. I got low lungs. That's why I don't catch cold when I leave my shirt collar open at the front. Now then, let's see. Shoulders. Yep. 21. Arms. Trousers length. Let's see. Well, that does it. Good. Now then, would you like to make a deposit on this suit, Mr. McGee? You want an honest answer? Yes. No.
How much will it be, Mr. Gussett?
$110, Mrs. McGee. My usual price is $150, but inasmuch as you're my first customers in Wistful Vista...
Now, just a darn minute, Bud. Did I hear you say $110?
You did.
Seems a little high to me.
High? Why, for $110, I could buy me a set of threads that would make Adolph Montague look like a bouncer at a barn dance. $110. Why, of all the...
May I make a suggestion, Mr. McGee?
Certainly, Mr. Gussett.
Better make one quick, Bud, before I make one.
As you know, I'm new here in Wistful Vista.
Yeah, and at these prices, you ain't going to get very old, too, either.
Let the man talk, dearie. Go on, Mr. Gussett.
I was about to suggest that should Mr. McGee, as my representative, unannounced, of course, send me, say, 10 customers, well, I shall be glad to make a suit free of charge.
What? If I send you 10 customers for suits, you... It's a deal.
Good.
Shake.
Right.
Music.
Billy Mills and the orchestra play Fin Marine.
Hey, Molly, you know what?
No, what?
I already got 4 customers for new suits. Maury Needham, Jeff Lewis, Mel Brorby, and Willie Conley. Mm-hmm.
I didn't know you knew that many people with $110.
Well, I've been putting on quite a telephone campaign. I got a sales talk worked up to get them.
Get out the breadcrumbs, McGee. Here comes a pigeon.
Watch me sell them a suit. Come in.
Oh, hello there, Dr. Gamble. Come right in.
Hello, my dear. And good afternoon, Knuckle Noodle.
Hi, Medicine Chest. What's new on the germicide of the world?
Nothing startling, Beaver knows. What's cooking in your dull little life?
Well, you know, I've just talked him into getting a new suit, Doctor.
No.
Yes, sir. And if I may make a suggestion to our kindly old family physician, ain't it about time you shook yourself loose from that bundle of burlap you're wearing? You look like a delegate to the Hobos Convention. I don't know where that suit hides during the branding season, but it sure ain't ever felt a hot iron.
I don't think the doctor looks so bad, McGee. Not that any man couldn't choose a new suit now and then.
Well, thanks, Molly, but who is little Jazzbo Brummel to talk? He always looks like an unmade bed in a 50-cent flop house. That blue serge of his shines like a good deed in a naughty world.
Well, I'm doing something about my appearance, Ether Drum. I'm getting a new suit.
Oh.
But you'll go on wearing that sideshow canvas of yours for the next 18 years, I suppose.
Frankly, Doctor, I imagine you're so busy these days you haven't much time to give to your appearance, huh?
I've got just as much time as this little bloater, my dear. And when I get a new suit, I won't get one of his $18 walk upstairs and save $3 two pants affairs with a Daisy air rifle premium. I'll go to a decent tailor and lay it on the line for a quality product.
Oh, yeah. If you ever had to shell out $110 for a suit, you couldn't see the checkbook through your tears.
Now, wait a minute, Jughead. Are you getting a $110 suit?
Yes, he is, Doctor. The tailor was just here measuring him up.
Guy by the name of Gusset next to the Bonton, Doc.
Well, I'm going right down there and order 2 suits. Anything you can do, McGee, I can do better, quicker, oftener, and at higher prices. See you later, Molly.
Fine, Doctor. Now remember the name Gusset next to the Bonton.
Yeah, and if you want extra pants, Doc, mention my name and get a good seat.
McGee, your name wouldn't be good for credit for a hot rock in Death Valley. But it'll be interesting to see the reaction. So long now.
Hot dog, that's 5 customers. 5 more and I get a suit free.
No, it's 6, McGee.
Huh?
Dr. Gamble says he's getting 2 suits.
Oh, wonderful. 6 down and 4 to go. Now, let me see. Who else could I talk to?
Well, there's no use talking to Mr. Wilcox.
Huh?
He's got enough clothes now to take the heart out of Schaffner and Marx.
And he's just the guy to sell a new suit to do. Yeah. A dude like him won't be able to resist the...
Come in.
Hello there, kids.
Oh, hi, old-timer.
Hello, Mr. Blasingame. You look like you'd had a chill. You're shaking like a loose fender. Where have you been?
Hey!
She says, where
Been
have you...
down under the river, kids. In a diver's helmet.
Under the river.
Yep. Believe me, it's colder than a witch's broom handle down there.
What were you looking for under the river? Lose your dentures off the bridge or something?
Hey!
He said,
Nope. Just writing a letter to my mother, kids. She lives back in Turkey Run, Indiana, and
Now, wait a minute. That don't make sense, old-timer. Diving into the river to write a letter.
Why don't it, Johnny? I got one of them pens for Christmas that writes underwater. Thought I'd try it out.
You could have written a much longer letter, too. They don't have to be refilled for 2 years. Did you do any deep-sea diving while you were in the Seabees, Mr. Oldtimer?
Hey!
Did you do
Lots of it, kids. Spent so much time under the water, I got gills on my neck.
Gills on your neck?
Yep, Gill. He was our skipper. Old Lieutenant Commander Gill. He was on my neck all the time for spending so much time under the water.
Oh.
What do you want to spend so much time down there for, he says. And I says, well, sir, I says, I've been playing cribbage with a mermaid and just won a couple of fins. Well, sir, he laughs fit to bust and slaps me in the brig on bread and water but he says I was impudent.
Hey, you want to buy a swell suit of civvies?
Hey!
Would you like
to? I would, kid. Where?
Gusset, next to the Bonton. $110. Tell him I sent you.
Okay. After the way these clothes fit, it'll be nice to get a miner's suit on again.
A miner's suit?
Yep. One with a little slack in the pants.
Well, there's 7, McGee. You only need 3 more.
I got Wilcox checked off. I can talk Wilcox into one. Flattery will do it. I'll butter him like a pre-war waffle. Then if I can get Latrivia and Wimple, I'm all set. I got a suit.
You better make it Mrs. Wimple. She wears the trousers in that family.
Oh.
And besides, Jerry.
Hello, folks.
Oh, hello, Mr. Wilcox. Do come in.
Hi, Junior. I had a feeling you'd drop in sometime today.
That's like having a hunch that Easter will come on a Sunday.
Did you want to see me about something, pal?
Yeah. How are you fixed for suits?
Gee, I'm glad you asked me that. I've noticed you were looking pretty seedy lately, but I didn't want to say anything. Come over sometime and pick out a couple, pal. They can easily be cut down to fit you.
No, Mr. Wilcox. He didn't mean for himself.
He didn't?
Certainly not. I want to know if you need any.
That's a silly question. Yours wouldn't fit me.
Oh,
Look, Mr. Wilcox, nobody's talking about giving anybody any old clothes. McGee wants to know if you're thinking of buying any new suits.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you how it is, Molly. I'm always buying new clothes, partly because I like them and partly because I think it's good business to dress well.
Yeah, well, the reason I asked...
You see, when I go into people's homes and offices as a representative of Johnson's Wax, I want especially to appear like I have a quality product to offer, which I have.
Yes, but we
You
were...
see, when the finest homes in America use Johnson's Wax on their floors and furniture and woodwork, windowsills and luggage and 100 other things, well, it just doesn't behoove me to dress like an itinerant peddler.
Yeah, but what's that got to do
Gee whiz, pal, Johnson's Wax is known the world over as the answer to protective housekeeping.
Yeah, but...
A waxed surface is a surface protected against dampness and dust and wear.
Yeah, but what...
And it represents fine hospitality, too. That film of Johnson's Wax is the largest welcome mat in the world.
Yes, we know,
That's why I always like to look my best. You judge a home by its appearance, and you judge a man by his appearance. That's why I'm always buying new clothes.
If you think you've nailed down your paycheck for this week, Waxy, may I say a word?
Just why, please do.
Oh, look, Mr. Wilcox, there's a new tailor in town, a Mr. Gussett, next door to the Bonton.
Yeah.
Makes wonderful men's suits for $110. And you're a wonderful man.
You go in there and mention my name, Junior, and you'll get treated right. How about it?
Just opened up, did he?
Just this week.
Right next to the Bonton, eh?
Right next door. Gussett's the name. You going to go see him?
But I am, pal. Be there in half an hour.
How many suits do you think he'll buy, Mr. Wilcox?
Oh, I don't need any suits, but he'll need some Johnson's wax for that new shop of his. Thanks for the tip, pal.
Well, ring up one, no sale, McGee.
Oh, I think Wilcox will buy one. He's an actor at heart, and when he smells a bolt of flannel, it'll look like smoke to a fire hose. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Did you hear about him wiring Hollywood?
No, about what?
He wanted to try out for that new picture, The Robe.
Yeah?
He thought it was going to be called The Wardrobe and wanted the title role.
Oh.
Yeah, but they said that...
Come in. Well, for goodness sakes, if it isn't Mrs. Carstairs. Hello, Millicent.
How do you do, my dear? Good day, Mr. McGee.
Hi, Carsty. Understand you had the flu. You feel better now?
Yes, thank you. My household has had quite a siege of it, you know.
So?
First Marie, my upstairs maid, had it, and then Mr. Carstairs, and then I.
Well, it's hard to keep germs on one floor of a house, Millicent.
Yes. Oh, Mr. Carstairs.
Who took care of you, Millicent? Dr. Gamble?
Oh, yes, he's a splendid physician. He treated my husband for a horse, Charlie.
You mean Charlie Horse?
No, a horse Charlie Adams gave him that had the heaves.
Now, wait a minute. Well, who was sick? Your husband, the horse, or Charlie Adams?
I was, of the whole thing.
Speaking of heaves, were you awfully sick with the flu, Millie?
Oh, indeed I was, Mr. McGee. The first day Mr. Carstairs took my temperature, I knew I was ill.
Oh, what did it read, Millicent?
3 degrees above freezing.
3 degrees above freezing?
Yes. Mr. Carstairs took my temperature, but he had to walk down to Kramer's drugstore to have the thermometer read. Well, I must be going. Good day.
The King's Men and Old Rocking Chair's Got Me.
Old rocking chair's got me, no doubt about it. Staying by my side, can't do without it. Fetch me down them slippers, boy, quick, before I tan your hide. Can't get from this cabin, I ain't never going away nowhere. Just set me here grabbing at the flies round my rocking chair. My dear old Aunt Harriet, I know that way up in heaven she be. Oh, send me down, sweet chariot, for the end of my trouble I see. Oh, rocking chair gets it, I do believe that Judgment Day is here. Chained to my old rocking chair, rocking chair, rocking chair, rocking chair, rocking chair. Oh, rocking chair's got me, can't hear them a sigh. Oh, boy, I want a dream song, I want to tan your hide. Can't get from this cabin, can't go nowhere. Just set me here grabbing at the flies around my rocking chair. My dear Aunt Harriet, in heaven she be. Send me down, sweet chariot, for the end of my trouble, the end of my trouble I see. Oh, Judgment Day is here. At last I'm gonna leave this old rocking chair, rocking chair, rocking chair, rocking chair, rocking chair.
Well, how many more suits do you have to sell before you get one free for yourself, dearie?
Well, let me look at my list. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8.5.
8.5?
Yeah. More troops only wanted a pair of pants. So if I can find only... Who's that, man or woman?
Man.
Bring him in quick.
Come in. Oh, good day, Mayor Latrice. Trivia.
Good day, Mrs. McGee. Hello, McGee.
Hi, Latrivia. You're just the guy I wanted to see.
If it's about our date to go bowling tonight, McGee, I can't make it. I just dropped by to tell you.
Pressure of business, Mr. Mayor?
Well, you might call it that, Mrs. McGee. I am attending a Boy Scout meeting at the East Side High School tonight.
Oh, trying for your merit badge and ballot box stuffing, Latrivia?
McGee, it doesn't matter a jot nor a tittle to me what you think of my political activities, but I resent any inference that the Boy Scout movement tolerates anything unethical. I consider the Scout movement one of the greatest forces for good citizenship in the world today. And on this, their 36th anniversary, I think they're entitled to the respect and goodwill of everyone as boys who will grow into our leaders of tomorrow.
Oh, well, McGee was just kidding, Mr. Mayor.
Sure. Great bunch of kids, Latrivia. You going to make a speech to them tonight?
Well, I'm giving them a little demonstration of the things I learned in the Coast Guard, McGee.
Such as what, Mr. Mayor?
Well, for instance, knot tying.
Not tying what?
Just knot tying.
Well, then, what's the use of going at all if you're not tying anything?
But I am tying anything. Something.
What?
Knots.
Oh, please, Mr. Mayor.
You're addressing a lady, Latrivia.
Thank you, dearie.
Well, I said nothing that would offend a lady, McGee. I merely stated that I was giving a demonstration of knot tying.
You mean you're not giving a demonstration of tying?
Yes. No! Don't be silly. Look, in the Coast Guard, I learned a great deal about tying knots. Square knots, bowlines, various hitches, sheep shanks, Turk's heads, monkey fists, grannies.
Who's?
Grannies.
My gosh, was she in the Coast Guard, too? I should think that'd be a pretty hard life for an old lady.
I was speaking of a granny knot.
Oh, yeah, I see. Knot was your mother's maiden name.
It was not.
That's what she said. It was not.
I mean, it was not.
Who's there?
Arthur.
Arthur who?
Are there any more routines like this coming up? If so, include me out.
Oh, you forgot to ask him about getting fitted for a new suit, dearie.
Mm-hmm. The only fit he was ready for was to be tied. Now, I can get another couple of customers someplace. Hand me that phone. I'll resume my campaign.
Here.
Thanks. Hello, operator. Give me Wistful Vista 765. For the love of Mike, is that you, Mert?
Oh.
How's every little thing, Mert? Says, eh? What's that, Mert? He did? Oh, gee, I'm sorry, Mert. Cut his tail right off, huh?
Oh, how awful. Her dog, McGee?
No, her uncle. He was telling her a story over the phone and got disconnected. What's that, Mert? Okay, connect me. Hello, is this Eddie? This is Fibber McGee, Eddie. Look, I got a great idea if you need a new suit, Eddie. There's a new tailor named Gus. Why don't you go in and ask for me? Yeah. Okay, Bert. You just go in and tell Gus that I sent you. Don't mention it, Bert. Goodbye. Oh, boy, am I tired. Does my arm ache? I must have made 40 calls. But I done it, Molly. I done it. I got 10 guys to buy new suits.
Well, that's fine, dearie.
Yeah.
But why are you sitting around in your bathrobe?
Oh, I sent my old suit to the relief collection. It was looking so shabby I hated even to talk to people over the phone in it. Well, I got nothing to do for a couple of days anyway, and by that time I'll have my new suit.
Oh, will he deliver it?
Well, my gosh, he better after me sending him all that business, spending all that time. I'll call him up and see.
I'll do it, McGee. You've been on the phone all afternoon. You just sit down and relax.
Yeah, I am tired. Thanks.
Hello, operator. Wistful Vista 1247, please.
Yeah, that's a number.
Hello, Mr. Gussett. Mrs. McGee speaking.
Ah, he's there.
Mr. McGee wants to know how soon his suit will be ready. Yeah? Huh? What? Oh, that's all right, Mr. Gussett. He was glad to do it. He said to thank you for sending him all those customers, dear.
When did he say mine would be ready?
When did you say Mr. McGee's suit would be ready, Mr. Gussett? March 1st.
March 1st?
Yes, he said you'd sent him so much business he was terribly busy.
Oh,
And naturally, the paying customers come first.
Well, I guess that's reasonable, too. March 1st, eh?
Yes, 1947.
Oh, boy, a whole year. Now I can finish Anthony Adverse.
I'll bet you can think of many products you insist on using just because they are superior. Johnson's Glow Coat, for example. More women use Glow Coat on their kitchen linoleum floors than any other self-polishing wax. They agree that its extra toughness guards linoleum better against wear, dirt, and spilled things, so that its bright colors and attractive patterns stay new-looking longer. If you've never tried this most popular of all wax floor polishes, you'll find Glow Coat astonishingly easy to use. There's no rubbing or buffing at all. Just spread it around on the floor, let it dry, and your work is done. Glow Coat shines as it dries. In only 20 minutes, your floors are ready to use and amazingly clean and sparkling, never streaked or uneven. For greater floor beauty and greater floor protection, be sure to ask for Glow Coat, Johnson's self-polishing Glow Coat.
What on earth is... Come in.
Somebody here call for an ambulance?
Oh, yeah, I did, Bud. Take me down to Gussett's tailor shop, will you? Next door to the Bonton.
What is this, McGee? Why the ambulance?
Well, all I got to wear is a bathrobe. I'd look kind of funny on the streetcar.
I thought you said somebody was going to the hospital.
Somebody is, a guy by the name of Gusset. I'll see you later, Molly. Good night.
Good night.
This is Harlow Wilcox, speaking for the makers of Johnson's Wax Products for Home and Industry, inviting you all to be with us again next Tuesday night. Good night.
This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.